Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Great to have you here. Got a great show lined up for you today. I think you're going to like this one. We've got a star guest on our show coming up very shortly, plus much more information on a whole host of things, not just XRP, and of course our big giveaway. It opens in just 2 hours from now. The competition you cannot afford to miss. Free to enter, free for all. No members needed, no purchase necessary. We're just giving it away because we want to celebrate our 100,000 subscriber mark, which will be there very, very soon. All right, so let's get ready to rock and roll. Star guest live on the show. You don't know who it is. It's a surprise. You'll find out very shortly, but I think you will find it very, very interesting. Sensei, great show this morning. Thank you for the show. Really loved it. Awesome show as always. Let me go over now into the chat and see who is here. So good morning, everyone. Or before I go through the comments, please tap the like button and consider subscribing. All these things, by the way, will win you free tickets, which you can claim. You don't just like and repost and share everything. The more things you do, the more tickets you earn. You have to go and claim the tickets. So if you subscribed and followed and reposted and shared and liked and comment, there will be ticket opportunities on the competition page where you can claim those tickets by those actions. So the more things you do, the more engagement you give us, the more chance that you have of winning the prize. That's how it works.
Iberian Wolf donated £7.50 through a super chat. Hi Martin, could you review Pound Land Bridge please? Thank you.
Yes, yes I can. LB Land Bridge. Let me put that on the list. That is LB. Let me have a look and see if it's already there so we can promote it. No, it's not. So it sits fourth on the list. There we go. LB Land Bridge. If you are a member, you can do just that. You can book an you can book a review to be done. Land Bridge, and it was $7.50. So it's fourth on the list. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, so by doing all these actions, you can win tickets, but you have to claim the tickets. Here is the competition page. I'm going to put at the top the XRP competition. Now, if you miss today, you'll miss some tickets that you might not get again. We replace and change the tickets and add new opportunities every day. So you don't want to miss today, okay? So let me put it here. This is when it goes live today. So XRP. Oh, we got another one.
Iberian Wolf donated £7.50 through a super chat. Hi Martin, could you also cover the pound earnings in August please? Thank you.
Pound. I like how it says pound. It's trying to read it in England as a sort of a pound sign, as in weight, not pound in money. It's funny that. Anyway, XRP $1,000 giveaway. $1,000 give away. Opens at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Let me pin that to the top. Pin the message. There you go. There's the competition. And every day there'll be new tickets. So you won't want to miss the opening day. All right. So now you said about the earnings. What day is it? Let's have a look. Land Bridge. If you are a member, you can do these things now. We're going into earnings season. Land Bridge. Let's see if it's available. What day is it? August the 6th. August 6th. So I scroll to the top. August 6th. Oh, you're lucky because one spot for August the 6th has already gone. So you are lucky there. You've claimed the last spot for August the 6th. Unless no, there's no way we can do a third show. I just thought about that. After hours. There we go. So August the 6th is now fully booked. August the 6th is fully booked. August the 5th, August the 6th. Yeah, it's getting very busy on the earnings now. Now, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, let me show you. If you are a member of the channel, let me give you a link to becoming a member. There's the link if you want to become a member. If you are on an iOS device, iPhone or iPad, you need to select a browser. Desktop version is because Apple tried to take commission out of YouTube and Google. So that's what you do if you are on an iOS device. Okay, so if you are a member for a minimum $5, the reason why Iberian Wolf did $7.50 because it outbids people and it's the minimum as well. He appreciates the show. Some people bid more, some people do $5. All right, this is the earnings coming up. So today we have got well, there's nothing happening today, of course, because it's already happened this morning, and after hours tonight, we've got our concert. We have a live music concert every Friday, so we have no after hour earning tonight. But let's move on to next week. It starts getting busy. Look, I told you. Now then, you can request. It's first come, first serve. We've already got booked from. We got August the 5th is the next. Is the next things booked. So all these spots are now available. So on Monday, you can see VZ, DPZ, POP, CLF. These are the ones here on the open. You can choose after hours. You can see, I'm not going to read them all out. You know what they are. Okay. And then on Tuesday, oh, a lovely one. Coca-Cola. You get a really good impression of the business. Always like to trade this opportunity. Coca-Cola on my Roth IRA. Coca-Cola, LMT, RTX, Raytheon. That'll be interesting with the defense. Could learn a lot about the economy. Philip Morris, a very good staple. That is on Tuesday morning. Tuesday, any of these. Tuesday afternoon, Intuitive, that's always popular. Enphase Energy. Who is going to book Enphase Energy? This will be one of the most violent earning calls ever with the CEO. We've covered nearly every one of Enphase Energy earnings. Who is going to book that? That's one of the best balance sheets on the market at the moment, in my opinion. And this could be a very, very, very interesting call. Enphase Energy. I'm very excited that somebody chooses that. That's Tuesday afternoon. I wonder if somebody will book that. That will be massive. What an opportunity. You'll see huge volatility on the market. Then we have Wednesday, Next Era Energy. That's an interesting one. GEV, you can choose going down. You can see all your favorites. Then we have Tesla and Google. Now, we've got to cover Google because that's my employer. That's my employer. You will hear how wonderful Martyn Lucas Investor is. They often mention me. They say our profits are up due to Martyn's memberships. We've got Charlotte May Weddings back as a sponsor. I love
Charlotte
this.
May Weddings Limited has become a member.
Charlotte May Weddings is back as a sponsor. Oh, we love this. Charlotte May Wedding, go into Discord now and give me your link. I might have it saved, actually. I'll go and look and say, I might have it saved. So you might want to choose Google and Tesla. We can only do two in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. It's first come, first serve. Who's going to book it in? Then we've got on Thursday, Blackstone, Honeywell, American Airlines. You got Union Pacific. That's a good one. Solid business. Love that. Remember the old the railways with Rockefeller and Vanderbilt, all these things. That's not Coca-Cola. That's their other subsidiary after the close. And then on Friday, we have in the morning a few to choose from as well. Oh, Enphase Energy is booked. I knew somebody would.
Josh Monroe donated $10 through a super chat.
I knew that.
Can you book Enphase Energy, Martyn?
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. July 22nd, someone has just booked it. Josh Monroe. I knew that was going to go. That was a guarantee. That'd be exciting. I'm glad someone's booked that because I don't choose these. It's for you to choose. ENPH after hours. There it is. That's booked in. It's going to be massive. All right, there it is. Let's come back to here. I had a couple of comments. Right, Charlotte May wedding. Let me add this to the screen. We got a couple of sponsors now. In fact, we got quite a few, but a couple people say, I just want to support your channel, which is really lovely, isn't it? Charlotte May weddings. All right. You remember this? We used to do this a lot. Oh, I remember it. Here it is. I remember this. I remember seeing this every day. So let me put this. I want to put these two side by side now. This is lovely to have Charlotte. So Charlotte May was going around the world, with his mug. He had a mug, and wherever he went, he was touring with his mug. XRP, look at that. We're just keeping an eye on it. You can see my portfolio is flipping exploding at the moment. Right, Charlotte May weddings. Right, let me just add this because we've got a new sponsor. We got our guest as well. Going to call in a minute. Charlotte May weddings. Thank you for your support. Now, remember, we don't take sponsorship from big corporations, crypto projects. We only do it for our viewers who watch, and it's only $99. And now you're about to speak to 100,000 people. We could make it a lot more expensive, but we don't, because we like to help people and we like to help our viewers. Right, there we go. I've lined it all up. So without further ado, let's do it right now as we get ready for our star guest. I love the fact that we've got Charlotte May weddings back. We used to talk about it a lot on the show. So if you are a Lucasade, a real member of the family, we all support each other. It's what we do. We all support each other. It doesn't cost anything to support each other, but we all do it. So are you ready? Welcome back, Charlotte May. Here we go. So it's our first day back. So what do we ask you to do? They're supporting the show to nearly 100,000 people now, 92,000, we're nearly there. And we don't ask you to buy anything, do anything. But what we want is Charlotte May Wedding to rank as the #1 wedding business in the world. And when we have so many thousands of people all watching, it's easy to achieve it. No other wedding company will get close to this. So what do? All you do, you don't buy anything, you don't download anything. All you do is click on that right now. That's their website, charlottemayweddings.co.uk. If you click on that, what happens? We've got people all over the world clicking on their website. What does that mean? It means the algorithm goes, this is a popular wedding website, and it shoots to the top. It crushes everybody else. They're a great fan of the show, so we love to help people. It's what it's all about. Okay, Tuppy, I'll come to you in a minute. Tuppy Puppy, I heard you on the Sensei show this morning. I'm going to come to you in a moment. So there you go. Has everyone done it? All you got to do is every day I'll show this. Just click on the website, give it a click, and then come back into the main show. And just by simply doing that, they will rank up, and they will be like, #1 wedding website in the world. Their algorithm will go through the roof. We have one other. That's Crafty Falcon. Now, Crafty Falcon is a sponsor too. Now, Crafty Falcon isn't a website. He doesn't require you just to click on it. What we'd like you to do for Crafty Falcon, who's one of our members, there he is go and subscribe to his channel. Now, you might notice and ask the question, why don't you subscribe? Well, I don't subscribe to anyone to be impartial. Otherwise, people would be paying me, subscribe to my channel. I don't do that. I simply tell the world about it. And I don't subscribe to anyone to keep it completely impartial. So go and subscribe and support Crafty Falcon. He's now at 11,200 subscribers, and we've given him many thousands of those. And it's wonderful that he's growing. He does great videos. You can see what he does. But again, it's about supporting our members. Thank you very much. All right, let me come back to the chat. Good morning. Hey, Steve, UEC for the win. Good morning, RB, Smashed and Light. Good morning, everyone. Power Surge, Martin. Sorry I've been away. Did you look at TDTH? I may have missed it. TDDH. did I look at it? Let's have a look on the list. I don't have it on my review list. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's third from the top. So, no, I haven't done it yet. It's third from the top. Good morning to you, RB. Lovely to have you here. Come on, wake up, wake up. Good morning, everyone. Thank God it's Friday. The Friday phone in. We've got a special guest. We've got all sorts happening today on the show. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm finally showed the right month as a member. There you go. It said 2-month membership for the 4 months. There you go. It only goes in certain stages, Dan. So you just have to remember that. Like 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year. I think is it 3? Can't remember. But anyway, so if you're at 1 year, you're at 1 year for a year before you become 2 years. Has he started? My screen shows waiting. Is he late? No, I'm here. An Englishman is never late. He turns up when he means to. A bit like a wizard. A bit like a wizard on Lord of the Rings. Good morning, gentlemen. Great to have you here. Tuppy Puppy. 20% profit in 2 days. Wow. Yeah, it's been incredible, isn't it? Big investment, big returns, same. Super chat. Tuppy Puppy is just super chat. Martyn, you do go on a bit, but you are the best channel presenter. Hence, I can't help but follow you. You do go on a bit. Sorry about that. I mean, you know. This is me, I'm afraid. This is who I am. I'm just an entertainer from England doing what I do, and I am what I am. I am what I am. Anyway, Martyn, you do go on a bit, but you are the best channel presenter. Hence, I can't help but follow you. Do come across as clear and honest. P.S. Does your wife have all the XRP holdings? I cannot comment on my wife's position, but my wife, I will say my wife doesn't own any XRP, but my wife's finances has nothing to do with this show. I cannot possibly discuss my wife's position, but I'll just tell you, she doesn't own any XRP. But let's not bring it into the show. Sorry, 50% return. Congratulations. Let's go. Nice week. Sensei Crypto just had a smashing session. Big act to follow, mate. Thank you so much indeed. He does a great show. But remember, it's my show. He does. I'm getting worried about his growth. He's getting too popular, though. All right, wakey, hands up. There you go. Let's go. Good morning, Dan Ackerman, my badge. Finally update me to 6 months membership. There you go. Can you invest that 1,000 XRP now? So by September, it's worth 5,000. Yes, I have my XRP ready to give away. I bought XRP just to give to you. Just to give to you. Look, XRP. There it is. There it is. There's my XRP. I'm already up 11%. Yeah, I bought XRP to give you $1,000. Yeah, there it is. There's my XRP just to be able to give you some money. How nice of me. Top of the morning. Good morning, Danny. Iberian Wolf, we booked it in for your space short squeeze today as well, Martyn. It certainly squeezed yesterday, and our star guest will talk about that on the show. Very exciting. We will be talking about that.
David Grace has become a member.
Thank you so much indeed. I'll give you all your perks and benefits later in the show, and I'll explain them to you. Good morning, Martyn. Good morning, Teresa. RB, would it be possible to do a giveaway on Saturday or Sunday? Special show, since you have to be present to win. A lot of people are working and can't be live on a Monday during the day. Of course, we can do other giveaways. Don't forget, someone can sponsor a giveaway. If you'd like to do a giveaway and you want to publicize something, if you are a member and you want to say, I want to give away $100 or $500, you can ask me in the chat. We can set up a competition for you and we can promote you every day, just like we're doing with our promotion. And then you simply send me XRP, is probably the easiest way. Send me that and I will then give it out on the show. So, and we can set up whatever you want. People to like your post, engage with your channel, whatever it might be. If you are one of our viewers, members, we can do that for you. Good morning, The Key. Afternoon, Martyn from the UK. Good morning. I was going to do it, but I'm too busy at work navigating my WY through other platforms. Lovely to have you here, Stacey. Why is God's name would also be selling XRP? Why in God's name would anyone be selling XRP? Well, I will talk about that on a show this morning. I will match the giveaway. Now, This is massive. This is huge news. Tuppy Puppy, are you in the chat? I told you I would get to you. Tuppy Puppy, are you here? I want to know you are here. Are you here? All right. Are you here, Tuppy Puppy? Are you able to call in to the show? I need to verify you. Now, you are a member, which is good. We're building a relationship. Let me give you the link. This is for Tuppy Puppy only, folks. Tuppy Puppy, if you can call in, it would be great. You don't have to, but it would be good to get to know you. Talk. All you got to do is click on the screen. So there you go. Click on that link, and you don't require any software. You can call in right now, and I will explain. Let me just give you, rather than say it twice, you said you can call in, so call in right now. Tuppy Puppy is a member. He's been a member for 1 month. That's the minimum requirement, which is great. You can now call in, and I'll have a conversation with you. Tuppy Puppy has offered to match the $1,000 giveaway. That makes it $2,000. You see, I worked that out there. I worked that out. Very good, right? So we'll come back to that in a minute. Tuppy Puppy, if you can call in now, that would be great. If not, I'll explain it without you calling in. You don't have to call in, but if you did, it just makes it a little bit better. Right. Good morning. If you are happy, the winner will give to a Christian charity. Okay, so I need to have that conversation with you. Explain how these things work. You need to give one extra chance per year of life, so I would get 54 more. Said Eddie. I'm not sure what you mean. Thank you, Martin. You're welcome. New subscriber. Thank you so much. I got your name wrong, Martin. There's a correction. No worries. It's okay. Good morning, Mark Saxby. Looking forward to another green day today. Good morning, everyone. Charlotte May wedding. Good morning. We did that now. Charlotte May weddings. I know everyone check out Charlotte May. It was one of our highlights of our show. We used to do it regularly. It was really, really fun. Really, really fun. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Super chat. Yeah, we booked in End Phase Energy Earnings. XRP. What about it? We'll be on it in a moment. We've got a special guest on it today. Okay, if you're late, XRP is still a good buy. XRP, yes. I'll come to that in a minute. Thank you so much, Stacy. XRP $5. I can see $10. Beyond that, I can't, but there you go. I just got 100 worth of XRP. Was that a good choice? I cannot tell you. I don't know your financial position. I don't know your understanding of it, and that determines whether it was a good choice or not. Yes or no, Martin? I need to discuss it with you. I can't just go, yes, that's what we're going to do. We have to have a conversation. I was hoping that you'd call in. I can't just go, yeah, we could do whatever. There's terms and conditions, things we have to follow. I need to talk to you. Not sure, Quinny, all is good. Click, thank you, Walker Wonders. XRP is the Holy Grail. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, you've just gone up big time there, mate. Check your algorithm, Ripple BNY. Great to see Charlotte May Weddings back. I'm a UK wedding photographer and shooting a wedding out of Italy end of July. Andy Bazza. Well, you can tell your wedding friends that Charlotte May Wedding is now going to be #1 trending wedding website in the world, because once people click on it every day, and as long as he's a sponsor member, he gets that every day, and we're going up more and more views. So he will be the #1 wedding wedding event organizer. He'll just rank everywhere. There you go. Sweet love, XRP. We're coming on to it in a moment. We've got a special guest. No sponsorship or promotions. Just do good and enlighten the public about those oppressed. Okay, we can't get too... I do need to talk to you about this. I need to explain it. I can't sort of... we can't sort of lead people what they have to do. Anyway, Gandalf Lucas the Grey. I need to have a conversation with you, really. Green money. Wolf filed for bankruptcy. Chapter 11 protection. Cockney Cabby. Let's have it done, son. Let's have it done. Give it to me. David becoming a member. Yeston is here. This is good. I'm getting through all the comments. Susan Lewis, Samuel Wright, hi from Australia. Hello, mate. How are you? That was rubbish. I know. That was rubbish. Yes, I am here. Yes, I can. You said you could call in, but you haven't called in. So I'll give you the link again. I need you to call in because in a minute we got our star guest. We got the opening bell. There you go. You've only got a couple of minutes. There he is. Good morning, all. Good morning, Crow. KC, good morning to you, KC. Ooh, you are the best. 2,000 worth, like 20 grand next year. I know, just think about it. Think about it. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? When can we get in on the 1,000 XRP? Live on the show this morning. It's happening live. If you followed all the posts, you'll know what's going on. XRP, good morning, happy Friday. You won't find more genuine individuals than Martyn and Sensei. You are in the right place. Well, that's very kind of you. Utility XRP is great. What do you think about... Okay, we've got through all the comments. Our star guest will be on the show shortly. We're going to have our live... giveaway. So we've got 9 minutes before the bell goes. So let me just focus on XRP just quickly. So I just bought XRP to be able to give it away. I am very, very happy buying it at these levels. Remember, I am not focused, and I never have done, and that's why my portfolio looks like this. I started with $5,000, remember, and I'm now at 254,000. No options, no shorts, no crypto, all the S&P. I've just bought Bitcoin and XRP now to give away in competitions, but that's it. I focus on value, not price, and I don't mind buying XRP at $3.13. Remember, I once upon a time, before I had this media channel, I had XRP at 38 cents. And I don't mind that I took profit, and I don't mind buying it at 3. I understand the value. I focus on value. So that's what I'm all about. I don't really care that XRP is $3 right now.
Samuel Wright donated $2.99 through a super chat. Haha, good effort. Up late in Oz to watch your live.
Thank you very much. I tell you what might suit you then. Let me do this. I've got a land down under on my music show. I'll do it live for you tonight. That time might suit you better. Look at this. I'll set it up now. I'll tell you about the giveaway in a second as well. So let me set this up. This will be 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time today. We do it every Friday, but we'll do it tonight, and we'll do it for XRP, all-time high, okay? So let me do that now. I'll give it you now, and if you join me, if you become a member, you get a free song request. So just become a member of the channel. There's the link there. And you get a free song request. And we'll do Land Down Under just for you. Right, let me schedule it. This is for tonight. Let me do it now. Okay. I'll give you the link. We'll do an XRP all-time high concert tonight, and we do the XRP songs. You know what I mean? If you've not heard the XRP song, here it is. XRP, always believe in your flow. There's the XRP song. We'll do a bit of that tonight. Plus, we got many more XRP songs. If you've not made that go viral yet, where have you been? There will be, in fact, there will be points tonight, free tickets to win by coming to the music show. I will give you a magic number at the beginning, middle, and end. I've just decided. So if you join me tonight, I will give you free tickets to win the 1,000, which could soon be $2,000 in XRP. I'll give you a number at the middle, a number at the beginning and the end, add them together, and don't tell everybody like last time, you crazy people. You all put it in the chat. You've got to put it in the competition page, which goes live in an hour and a half. I cannot believe so many people gave everybody the answers. It's absolutely mental. I thought, do you want to win or not? Everybody was like, the number is this. And I thought, you're not even adding them up. You're not even listening to the rules. I don't even understand it. Anyway, there's lots of people who do the wrong thing, which is funny, really, when you think about it. Anyway, it does make me laugh. But there it is. People don't listen and then they miss out. Oh, we got another member.
Samuel Wright has become a member.
Oh, you can have a free song now on the show. Right. July the 18th, that's today, 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Let me set it up, and I'll give tickets away tonight where you can win it could be 2,000 now if we carry on like this. All right. Okay, let me come back to here. We might get others want to match it as well. Other people will want to join in. That's very often what happens. Right, switch account back to here. Let me give it a show. I'll do it now. Right, how long have we got? 5 minutes before the bell. We got our star guest. Okay, let me give you the event, the giveaway. Yeah, here we go. There you go. Right, now, later on today, there will be this show here. It's in 7 hours. It's at 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And what I'm going to do is in the competition page, which goes live in 93 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add tickets for this. So I can create ticket entries. So I will create like a magic number. I'll give you a magic number in the show. And then you'll come to the competition page. The entry will be here. You don't see these yet because it hasn't gone live yet. And it will say something like the magic number found in my music show. All right. So you can win tickets. And the more tickets you got, the more chance you've got of winning the $1,000, which might even become more. Right. So here's the show tonight. Our XRP, I will change this to, there you go. I'll put it here. XRP concert, 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time. There it is. All right. I'll pin that to the top just for a few minutes. All right. There you go. What you should do now is go there, leave your song request, whatever XRP song. You might want to hear this. You might want to hear this. XRP, always believe in your flow. Okay, but what you need to do is go over here, click the like button and click reminder. So you are there reminded. It's a separate channel. Go and subscribe to it, ring the bell. It's not the same channel as this. It's the event channel where we do our fundraising, concerts, stuff like that. So go over there. That's tonight. And I will give tickets away, magic tickets that you can enter into the competition page and win and help you win the $1,000 of XRP. Star guest on the show coming up shortly. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to wake up Wall Street for our ring the bell. I'm just setting this up. Hang on. I have to refresh it. Okay, so we're about to ring the bell any second now. Our star guest will be on shortly. Let's go over to Wall Street.
Showerhead. This takes out the minerals.
There we go. Talking about shower heads. Bloody hell. CNBC are always on breaks. American TV, they're on a break every 5 bloody minutes. I've never seen anything bloody like it. Never seen a bloody night like it. I tell you that. Right. Let's focus on open. This is my portfolio. I buy on value. That's why I've got that massive, huge V-shaped dip. I'm all out of margin again. I paid the margin off again. I trimmed using tax lots, so I was able to hold the lower ones when it dipped. When it dipped a week ago, we had these little dips, and then because you can't always time the dips, that's how I manage to time the dips. I buy using margin. When I get the bottom, as it pops back up again, I sell the ones that were higher for a wash and hold the ones lower. That way, I always time the bottom. I always acquire more, and I never lose. 38 trades, 37 wins. The only reason why I lost once was because I was doing a demonstration trade. All right, here we go. We're about to ring the bell.
And it's gentle on the stomach. Cunol, the brand I trust.
Bloody hell. They're behind, aren't they? They're behind. Right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The year is 1991.
The bell has gone. We are off to the races. Where the hell is CNBC? No idea why they're so far behind. Let me check our positions. We'll come back to them in a minute. I've no idea where they are. How could they possibly be behind?
Invest like the...
Right, there we go. I'm sure they're not. I'm sure there's a delay on the system. Right, on the streaming system. Overall portfolio is green again today. The S&P 500 is looking nice. Virgin Galactic is ready for another short squeeze. We've already had one. Palantir Technologies is just selling off. Gold is up. Uncertainty. Get ready for August the 1st. Oh my God, August the 1st. Can't wait for that moment, can you? August the 1st.
I mean, this is the market.
There's the bell.
What's on top today, though, which is different, is energy, which is up 1% today. Why? Well, you just heard our interview. Chevron is up 2.6% now that they got the green light from arbitration to go ahead buying.
They're all behind. They're doing weird stuff. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. We don't need that. We got a super chat. As a thank you, I'll give 10 members. I'll give 10 members for $200. Hang on. As a thank you, I'll give 10 members. Hang on, let me come back to that in a minute. I don't understand what you mean. You'll gift 10 members for 200. Oh, I see, 200 likes. Oh my God. If we get 200 likes, GoDB is going to give away 10 memberships. Everyone tap the like button. We're about to give away 10 memberships if we hit 200 likes. Everyone tap the like button. Oh my God, that's amazing. Right, Amazon popped up, sold back off again. Apple going back up, 0.36. Next year energy, we've got the earnings coming up in a couple of days' time. Enphase Energy is going up. I love this. On the earnings, would be so exciting. I can't wait for it. Coca-Cola going down. We've got their earnings coming up as well. J&J, $200 stock. I keep telling you, the safest stock you can own. Litigation will go away. When it does, we're up to 200. I think we got 200 likes as well. We're giving away 10 memberships when we hit 200 likes. It looks like we've done it. Awesome stuff. Chevron Oil is up today, 2%. Tesla, 1.4. Who's going to book the Tesla earnings? Nobody's booked the Tesla earnings yet. We have Enphase Energy next. Here it is. We're giving away memberships live on the show for everybody that tapped the like button and subscribed. If you've not done that, you've got no chance of winning one. All right, you've got to do all those things. Okay, McDonald's going down. Good time to buy McDonald's, by the way. Google, nice. Microsoft, 0.2. Nvidia is trimming back down a little bit, but still up. Walmart, not a bad time to buy Walmart. Tillray, I wouldn't buy this. We might mention this on our call today. Robinhood, 111. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. This was $8. We bought this at $8. Oh my gosh. Seriously. IonQ, too expensive. Rocket Lab going down. Plug Power, I wouldn't buy this. We've got the earnings. Who's going to book that one in? Bitcoin down 1.36. 118,000. XRP is up today. $3.51, all-time high last night. There's the rundown for this morning. Okay, we've got lots of new members in here today. Would you please thank GoDB, who just bought you memberships. Please do thank GoDB for giving you memberships today. That was for people that was liking the stream and subscribing. Now, we're waiting for our guest to call in. I haven't got him on the line just yet, so he will be here shortly. Let me just turn the volume up a bit. Oh, Hippie17 has just become a member. Now, let me give you, while we're waiting for our guest, our star guest to call in, let me give you some of the things that you should need. We've only got an hour or so to go before our giveaway. Our giveaway opens an hour and 20 minutes. If you are calling in, you've got to let me know that you are calling in the chat. Tuppy Puppy, are you calling in? Tuppy Puppy, are you calling in? I need to know if you are calling in. Yes, you are calling in. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So we have a star guest. We have Tuppy Puppy. This isn't our guest for our interview. That's coming up shortly. But we do have Tuppy Puppy, who's Peter. His name is Peter, and he's calling in on the show. Let me just get these memberships to pop off a minute. Let me just do those, and I'll bring you in to stand by, Tuppy Puppy. Let me clear the screens. So I'm going to put our competition center there, and I'm going to bring our guest into here. So let me put Peter in guest spot number 1, and let's bring you onto the show. This is not our star guest, but he's a star as well. But our star guest talking about XRP will be live on the show shortly. This is Tuppy Puppy, who mentioned in the chat that he would like to match the XRP. All right. Giveaway. So let me bring him in. There he is in the chat. Good morning. Is it Peter? You live on the show? Yeah. Yes, it is. Good morning, Peter. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you so much indeed for being on the show. Let me just zoom you in a little bit, make you a bit bigger for everyone to see. There you go. I'm just going to zoom you and drag you around there. There you go, Peter. Thank you very much for calling in. As you can see on the screen, I've got our $1,000 cash giveaway right there on the screen, which we'll be giving away live on the show on September the 15th, 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And it opens in 83 minutes. Now, you mentioned in Sensei's show this morning about a match. So before we talk about that, where are you calling in from, Peter?
I'm on the Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia.
Oh, I love the accent. Fantastic. I did several events in Australia on cruise ships when I was docking, and I jumped off and did a few gigs and stuff like that. So it's lovely to have you here. Wow. What time is it for you then?
It is now 11:37.
In the evening?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. What a time difference.
You're the only man in my life that keeps me awake at night.
I'm glad.
and despite your lack of hair, I mean, like I think about you a lot. So
okay. All right, then.
It's probably not a healthy thing, but my mum's a psychologist, so I can talk to her about you.
Well, okay. Now then, you did mention you wanted to do a giveaway. A match. Now, let me just explain how if you wish to do this, how it would work. So on September the 15th, people will need to be in the show live at 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Anyone can pick up their phone, whether at work. Some people have to wake up middle of the night, wherever they are, and watch live, and we will randomly pick one. We have no control of how it works. Let me just...
What time is it there now?
What time is it? It's 8:30 in the morning. It's 8:30 in the morning.
America.
I'm in America. I'm in Central Daylight Time. I'm in Texas, Dallas.
So what time is it there?
8:30 in the morning.
8:30. Okay. I'm with you.
All right. So I'll be doing this at 3 p.m. my time. So gives you an idea of where that might be for you. But Central Daylight Time is our time zone. Anyway, so live on the show at that time, the system will go through all the tickets and draw a ticket out. So the more tickets people have got, the more things they've done, like and repost, and all the things that they can enter on this giveaway here, right? And this will all go live. No one can see this yet, but they will see it in a minute. And there'll be new ones added every day. So there'll be opportunities for people to click on things and follow things and to win more tickets. They can win with one, or they can get as million tickets. It's up to them. The more they get, the more chance they've got of winning, right? And then they will give us, we will draw it out, and we'll have a name. That person will need to be in the chat, identify themselves. We'll know because we have the verification email and all that stuff. So they'll send us an email. We'll know who they are in the chat, and then they will give us their XRP address, and then we'll send them $1,000. Now, you have said that you would like to match it if it's for charity. Now, I know you've said specific charities. We can't tell people what charity, I'm afraid. But if somebody said, yes, they would donate it to charity, and they said that, gave us our word, then you could then match it. How does that sound?
I'll tell you what, Martyn.
Right.
I'll match your offer for one of your members, and I'll double match the offer to a charity.
Holy moly! Hang on, hang on. I need to rewind this because this is a huge thing.
I've done really, really well out of XRP.
I guess you have.
For me, XRP has been a bomb. It's been great. Now, despite
what price did you buy it at?
I bought it 38 cents, 56 cents,
that was
$1 something,
$2,
whatever it may be. I'd have to go back. I've been doing it for a couple of years.
Wow.
But I've done really, really well out of it, and I still invest.
Okay.
Well, I haven't drawn down. I'm 62 now, 63 shortly, and in my opinion, XRP is a brilliant, and this is not investor advice, you need to say that. It's a brilliant investment if you're considering a long-term investment. It's worked well for me in a short term, but I will stick with it for, well, an unknown period of time. But I must say one thing, despite the fact that you, no offence, please don't cancel me for this, but you do ramble. Right, but you're a POM. I'm an Aussie. You're a POM.
Well, it's my style, I'm afraid.
You come across as a very honest and sincere guy, and as I said, despite your rambling, I haven't. Out of all the different guys I've come across, and right across the YouTube and whatever, you're a bomb, mate. You are a really good, clear presenter, and I won't leave you. I think your $2 a month or something's a bit dear, but anyway, I'm Dutch. I'm a tight ass. So, but yeah, you're brilliant. I'll continue to follow you, and your advice is gold plated.
Wow.
So I don't know what American would marry a POM, but she did. And I've got a few Yanks that are mates of mine. And I've never ever won it. What is it? Something 500 or poker stud 500 or some card game.
Yeah.
Anyway, we always lose to them, so they're rip-offs too. But I love America. I've been there a few times. Love Texas. Love Oklahoma. Hope to move to Oklahoma in 3 or 4 years' time. Buy a nice big property there. And if I do get there, I will look you up.
Okay, yeah, I'm in Dallas, so not that far away.
It doesn't really matter.
So the way to do this, you don't have to do anything now or anything at all. I would suggest, we can't, again, another restriction, and I wish we could, but we can't. We can't say, and it was very generous of you to say, I will give money to a member as well. My members are going, oh my God, this is great. We can't do that because YouTube doesn't allow you to gamify the giveaways, because that way they've paid to win. You know, someone's a member gets an advantage over someone who's not. So we can't do that. But what we can do is we can certainly, you know, draw it out and then say to the person live on the show, if you wish to donate this to charity, we will double it. And then they can say yes or no, of course. And we will take them on their word, of course. All right. So that's absolutely fantastic. And at that moment, then you would need to XRP me, send it to me so I can show everybody on the screen I've received it, and then I could send it out to that person. We've got to do everything, you know, publicly and all the rest of it, because our aim is to be the most honest channel in the world, and so we do everything live in front of everybody.
And you bloody are, mate.
Well, do you know what, mate? I couldn't lie. I couldn't remember what I said yesterday. I'd be rubbish. I'd be caught out. So, and I just think the reason why people lie is because they're insecure with themselves. I'm 56. I've had a wonderful life. I've done everything I've wanted to do. I've toured as the world piano man, and now I'm just here to have fun. I've got nothing to prove. So you ask me anything and I'll tell you anything, and I'll show you anything. I'll show you my bank account. I'll show you what is in my portfolio. Just tell the truth. You know, there's nothing in my bank account. There's $10. There's nothing in my bank account. It's all in Robinhood. I've shown people on the screen. Look, $10.
I'm not showing you my bank account.
That's all right. You don't have to. It's not your show. You don't have to do that.
I won't be.
You don't have to do that, but I do. You see,
I've done really, really well out of XRP, mate.
Well, mate, I'm really pleased for you, mate.
And you have been a tremendous channel host.
Well, it's just it's the best job in the world, mate. Really, we've been doing this for 4 years, and it came out of COVID. COVID came, and I was just about to finish the $1 million tour for the Lions Club, because I toured all over the world raising money for the Lions. This is one of my. This is where this is the Lions camp in Kerrville, where the floods are. That. Yeah, and so we want to do another.
We go on and on.
Yeah. You see, I'm doing it again.
You, mate. I love you. Don't
I've got to talk,
wrong.
mate. Otherwise, it goes quiet, wouldn't it?
You're terrific.
Mate,
you're terrific.
Thank you ever so much for being on the show today, Peter. So all you need to do now is tune when we announce it live, which will be September the 15th, 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Make sure you set your alarm clock, whatever time that is. And then when we give it out, you can be in the chat, you can call in, you can have the same discussion. We'll do it all in front of everybody, and the person can decide what to do. And then you pay me, then I pay them, and off we go. Everything works great.
Indeed. God bless you. God bless you, Martyn.
Is there anything I can do for you, mate? Is there anything I can do for you?
No, not at all. Not at all, mate. Well, I'm great. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. He's looked after me well, despite trials and turmoils and all that we all go through.
You're loving life, mate. You're loving life, right? That's the way to do it, isn't it?
Bless you. Bless you and your family.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate that, Peter. I think everyone... Can we have some love for Peter in the chat? Let's blow him up. There we go.
I'm good.
Thank you, Peter. Cheers, mate.
God bless you. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Thank you, Martyn.
Oh, what a pleasure. What a great guest. Now, that was a surprise. That we didn't expect that. We didn't know that was going to happen. That just happened this morning. So now you know. We're not going to add that to the terms and conditions of the event, but you've heard it live. There could be an even bigger prize paid out on the day. So Peter will turn up on the show. We'll ask you the question, and if you do want to go to charity, it will be doubled. You never know what's going to happen. Very, 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 very exciting. All right. Okay. So that's that. Someone just mentioned Mobix. Mobix is on the show on Wednesday. Yep, next Wednesday, Mobix will be live on the show. So get ready for that. I haven't created the event just yet. Everyone is showing love for Pete. I love it. He's literally going to give away $1,000. It's not part of the main competition. It's not in the terms and conditions and all those things. But there it is, nevertheless. All right, okay. Now then, what we're going to do now is I'm going to see if we've got my guest messaging me, because I was expecting them in the chat. Oh, here we go. Okay, great. Okay, so my guest is about to call in. Our star guest. We're talking XRP and some other stocks you're going to love this morning. So he's going to call in a second. There you go. You now know it's a man. So there's 50% of the world choices have gone. So, for all the women that you thought it could be, you're wrong. It's a man. So 50% of you are wrong already. So we'll see. And we're waiting for our guest to call in. All right, now then, while we wait for our guest to call in, let me give you a few things that you might like. So first of all, can everybody tap the like button? Every time you come into the show, if you tap the like button, it shares it out to more people and you're more likely to be shown the next stream. That's why we do likes. Got it? All right. Now subscribe. Now, why is subscribing important? Subscribe is the only thing that's not important, but it's everything to me, because it doesn't matter whether you subscribe or not, because it's about watching the show. If people watch, YouTube will show you content. YouTube make money, I make money, you make money, we can put the show on. That's how it works. I can't pay the electric bill unless I earn any money. So subscribing doesn't do anything. Watching does, but subscribing does one magical thing. it enables me to get a silver plaque on that wall at 100,000. Just there, in that space there is going to be a plaque for 100,000, a silver play button. And do you know, only 0.8 of 1% of all channels in the world are over 100,000. Think of that. 0.8 of 1% of all the channels in the world are over 100,000. But we're not going to stop at that. We're going to go to 1 million within 2 years. And that is even less. All right. So where are we now? Our guest he's called in. He's ready to go. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great day. He's having a little drink. I can see him having a little drink. Right. So let me show you where we are on subscribers. Look how close we are now. Now, and our guest has been watching our show and will go, oh my God, Martyn, look at that. Look at just let that rolled round again, another 150. He watched this. He was talking to me and one of my mates when we were around about 5,000 just a year and a half ago. In that, the growth of this channel is, I'm going to say it because Peter will say, well, you do go on a bit, but I'm going to say it. It's been bloody great. If I'm honest, it's been really good, right? I know I'm blowing my own trumpet, but it has been really good, to be fair. So there it is, 91,534. No one could beat it. It's bloody marvellous. Anyway, so there you go. Tap the like button. So that's that. Now then, there's a couple more things we'll do before we bring our guest on. You might want some of these links. So there's our X. That's where we told you all about the competition. All right? And that's where you could win tickets by following me on X, reposting links, commenting, liking. And don't just repost and comment and like. Make sure that you claim the ticket for doing it on the competition page. There's X. If you follow me on X and engage with X, you win free tickets. The more tickets you got, the more chance you got. And then go and make sure that you claim them. Don't just like and then go, I've done it. You know, you got to go and claim it. If you want the music show tonight, there's the music show. Tune in tonight. I'm going to give you some tickets tonight just by tuning in and celebrating XRP. This is our XRP concert tonight. There it is. All right. I've just given you the link. It's pinned in the chat. I'll be changing that pin shortly. What else can I give you before our guest comes on? There's the membership link. Now, if you are on an iOS device, which is an iPhone or iPad, then you will need to be on a browser and select a desktop version. Okay. Now, in a few moments, all our interviews, as you know, are members only at first. So we're going to switch to members only for a minute. And then as we come to the end, we will switch back to general subscribers. And then the rest of you can rewind it. But we always give our members the first chance to know the great news. It's what we do for our members. If you're not a member, in a few seconds' time, we will go members only. And only members will be able to see and listen to our guest. Okay, and then as we come to the end, we'll go back subscriber mode, and then the rest of you can rewind it and pick it up where we left off. But we always make these events members only because they are time sensitive, they're valuable. All our CEO interviews are all members only. So you've got a couple of seconds to do it if you want to catch it live. I think that's all we need for now. I'm going to give you the competition link because you've got 65 minutes to go. Make sure that you have got into this. You don't want to miss it. Hey, I'm just thinking, just let you know, our star guest, just a little thing here, mate. He's probably already thinking about it. He's a smart chap. We could have an opportunity, a ticket collection for you in there. Maybe you want to get people to do stuff. I don't know. And I'll let you think about that. So there you go. There's the link in the chat for the giveaway. That goes live very shortly. Now then, let me bring up this for my guest. And then we're going to get straight into it. So we're going to switch to members only in just a few seconds. And then we will go back to general public later on. So you will be able to see it, but we like to go members only first. Let me bring that up. Okay, fantastic. I'm very excited about what's going to happen today, actually. There's that. Now let's switch over to members only. So all I'm going to do is do a couple of tweaks. It will go general subscribers in about an hour, so you will be able to get it then. All right, so just stand by. I've just got to make a couple of little tweaks. I've got to click save. I've got to click this one here. Whoops-a-daisy. There you go. And I need that. Now, if you're not a member, you can watch the show later, but because it's very time sensitive to these particular stocks and assets. So here we go. We're going to go members only. Tuppy Puppy, you will be able to see it. You are a member. So don't worry, you are a member. Okay, so here we go. We're going to members only in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. We are a member. We've got over 2,000 members, so it's virtually everybody anyway. It doesn't make that much difference half the time, but anyway, we got to do it because it's what we do. It's what we do. Let me refresh the screen. It's now members only. There it is. Okay. So without further ado, let's get our guests ready to rock and roll. I think what we'll do is we'll create a couple of posts. So now we're going to bring you in. I might have to tweak a few things, but we'll just bring you in first. So with everybody, go mental. Make a bit of noise. Are you ready? Everybody make some noise. Welcome to our show. It's a return visit. He's been here before. We love him. Our audience love him. Everybody loves him. Make some noise. It's the man himself from Canada. Here he is from Powell Group. It's our Rod. Make some noise as we bring him on the show. How are you, Rod? Good morning to you, mate. Great to have you.
Good morning. You hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. Great, mate. You're looking very sharp there this morning. How are you feeling?
Thank you very much. Feeling a lot better. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a couple months. And,
yeah, you went for a bit of a hard time for a while, didn't you? Are you all fit and well again now, mate?
Yeah, pretty much back. I would say like 95% recovered. So that's
good.
A great, recovery time. It was pretty quick. I thought it was really
pleased to hear it. It's lovely to have you back on the show. So I'm going to just create a couple of scenes to make sure that everything's right for you before we get into our thing. So what I'm going to do is I want to bring up this here. Can't do it until you call in to get it right. So we could do it off air, but we like to do it on air for everyone to see how we create the shows. So let's drop that in. That's our first big discussion of the day. So let me go over to this screen. We've got a new little scene here. I like this one. This is where we put there we go. We're either side of it. And you can then switch as well. When I go to guest solo, it'll be this screen, which I shall make number 1. Let me just change that. And that should be guest number 1, which is you. You will be in there, and then that's where you can share your screen with us and all that good stuff. All right, so marvelous, excellent stuff. So let's bring you back in there, and let's start. Let's give you an intro. So this will be a nice little thing by itself. Awesome stuff. So we're all good. Everybody ready? Okay, let's give a great welcome to our star guest. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's members only time once again. We have another star guest on our show. If you followed our show for a while now, you know we have a Meet the CEO series. We've got another CEO live on the show on Wednesday next week, the CEO of Mobix. We've got many more lined up throughout the year as well. So become a member and you can get all of these time-sensitive, very important members-only events. But today, we've not got a CEO, but we kind of have. He's the CEO of himself, a bit like me. I'm the CEO of me, and he's the CEO of him. So he's a CEO, but he's a star guest. He's one of our favorites on the show. Would everybody please give a great welcome as we welcome from Powell Group, Rod, live onto the show. Good morning, Rod. How are you? Good to have you here.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And what a week it's been, eh, mate?
Yeah, it's no sleep season, so
I can see you smiling because I know that you're an investor in XRP, right? You like a bit of XRP? You still invested in it?
Oh yeah.
Did you take your profits? Are you all out? Are you all out? Or are you still in?
Still in, yeah. I'm 100% in still.
Good for you, mate. I only bought in XRP just to be able to give it away as a $1,000 giveaway a couple of days ago at $3.13. Right at the top, near enough. I don't mind because I'm not looking at price. I'm looking at value.
That's right before the daily bull flag, man.
I did very nicely, actually. I said to Sensei and Vaz, I said, get yourself your, because they're supporting it too. We're all doing it three ways, right? I said, get yourself the XRP. They said, it don't make no difference. $1,000 today is $1,000 tomorrow. I said, yeah, but it's going to go up, innit? If you buy it now, mate, ready to give away, you'll have a profit on your giveaway money. See?
Yeah, true.
But they didn't listen to me. They went, no, I'll just buy it on the day. Well, you see, I bought it. I've made $200 on it already, so I'm happy.
Put it on layaway. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, it's lovely to have you on the show. Now, for those of you who don't know, Rod's a bit of a YouTuber too, just like me. And Rod has his own channel as well. Let me just give you a quick flash on the screen there. This is Pal Group. This is Rod here. This is what he does. I do like, and I've mentioned before, I do like, very jealous actually, of his logos. He's got really cool logos, very smart. I love it. He does like to do the old open shirt look, doesn't he? He does like that with big medallion, necklace. He's got the image. He's got the look of the man with the money. I do like that. And so there is Pal Group, and I'll give you the link later on in the show. All right. But anyway, let me bring you back on. So today we're talking of several things, right? Not just XRP. We're talking about, I think we should mention Tillray as well today. I think might want to mention that. And what about Virgin Galactic? We had a bit of a short squeeze yesterday. So I know that's one that you recently got into. So anyway, let me turn it over to you. Let's start with XRP and give me your thoughts. And whenever you're ready, you can share me a screen. But just give me your thoughts right now, because some people are going, with all-time highs, is it worth buying it now? Should I, what do we do? Give me your thoughts on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions, we can discuss any questions at all. I just shared my screen.
Wonderful. Yes. What we'll do, we are members only right now. This is a members only live stream. So if you want to ask questions, and Rod does provide his own perspective of XRP. We know we have Sensei. He has his views, and even though they are similar guys, they do chart reading and technical analysis. They have their own thoughts and angles on it. So that's why we have Rod on the show today. So if you've got a question you want to ask Rod that you may have already asked Sensei, but you want to hear it from a different angle, that's where Rod comes in. So we'll come to questions shortly. Do you want to go over to your screen right now and talk about it from there, or should we just, you'd like to do that? Yep. Okay, let me go over to solo screen then, and I shall select, let me select this one here. Let me just change that over. So we'll go to spot number 1, I think, if I do this. There we go. There you go. Oh, we had this happen last time, didn't we? Where you went quiet when we did this. How did I do this last time? I brought you in guest number 1, but for some reason, when I choose... How can I do it? How can I make this one?
I think you had to add 2 guests or something.
Is that what I did? Yeah, probably did that. Okay, so let me just then change this one here then to, I'll edit this bit out. I'll edit this camera and we'll go over to here. That, I think, is working. There you go. Is that working?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Wonderful. If you're able to put yourself on the screen... that's great. If not, it's just nice to see your face when you talk about these things. But if not to worry.
I can put one or the other. I don't see the option to do them dual.
Don't worry. That's absolutely fine.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see my screen now?
Yep, it's beautiful.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so there's a few different bullish patterns that we had on the chart. I'll just get rid of a few here that we'll draw a little bit later on. So the first one we were looking at was the XRP daily bull flag. And the first reason why I noticed this was actually looking at XLM on the daily time frame. You can see here we had a massive breakout from 22 cents up to 52 cents. And then we were looking at this daily bull flag continuation pattern, brief consolidation. And then another clue was total 3. So if you bring up the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can go to the 4-hour time frame. We actually had a 4-hour bull flag on total 3, and we actually have another one that is forming. And this was our clue, right? For pretty much every single altcoin chart, we're going to expect this to be a similar setup. And we actually have another one forming at the moment. And that would make sense because there's one forming on XRP. So if we just go from our low to the high there, you can see that this would be putting us into all-time high territory for the altcoins. And that's why I said I believe that we're going to see alt season shortly after. Bitcoin was also a daily bull flag and a weekly bull flag. So that was another clue. So this one's saying 1.12 trillion, which I believe would take us to the all-time high. I think it was 1.16 trillion, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So 1.16 very well could be into price discovery for our alts. And this is one massive cup and handle here as well. So that should bode well for a lot of our alts into Bitcoin topping out and then dominance dropping off. So this is what I mentioned as well on Bitcoin dominance. We've never been this overbought on the Bitcoin dominance chart before. This just means, relatively speaking, Bitcoin has been outperforming the rest of the market. And just last month, we were at 66% of the market cap essentially was dominated by Bitcoin of the total crypto market cap. So when you see this kind of a pattern, you know that it's going to break eventually, and nothing goes in a straight line forever. And typically we see Bitcoin lead. And then if we bring up the Bitcoin chart itself, this was actually a clue that we got from the S&P 500. So if you take a look here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, it went from our low to our high. We held the 0.32 fib, and it took a very long time for it to confirm. But our clue that we were more than likely going to see that continuation was the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 had a daily bull flag and a weekly bull flag. But the difference is with the S&P 500, it confirmed the bull flag back here the end of May, beginning of June. So that was our clue. Actually, no, I drew that wrong here. It was right here, that low. So we go from this low, because that was weekly consolidation. You can see we lost the low of the previous candle. So that was a higher low compared to this low. So you take your tool from that low to the high, and then that's your measured move essentially of that range. So move that out to your 0.382 fib. That tells you, and all this means, it doesn't have to be super confusing. It just means that when you pull back to the 38 level, that just means it's given back 38% of that move. If you were to go from, the bottom of that low to the high back down to the bottom, you give back 100% of that move, right? It's very simple to think about in terms of that. So if you see only a 38% pullback, that just tells you that bulls are still eager to buy the dip. We're more than likely going to see continuation, hence the name bullish continuation pattern. So that was saying 655 on SPY. And then we had another daily bull flag saying 648 on the S&P 500. But again, we had a clue on S&P 500 that we were going to see this continuation on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin was actually lagging quite substantially. And you can see here that we just confirmed the weekly bull flag last week. So once we broke the high there at 112, which was the all-time high, that's our measured move. You bring it out to your 0.32 fib, and it's saying 146. So that was our clue that we were going to see, the market start to heat up. Also, Coinbase stock really broke out in a big way. So that, again, you want to see Bitcoin lead, and then after that, you want to see the trickle down effect, right? So XRP, we were looking for the weekly bounce. We also had a daily bull flag. So again, looking at total 3, looking at XLM. Then we had a nice big breakout on XRP. We had a brief daily high or low here. And this is the video that I made a few days ago. I think I made it on right here when the price was breaking above key resistance at 303. I think I posted that video on the 16th. And then you just take your measured move again, just like Bitcoin, and you move it out to your 0.32 fib, and it was saying 376. And we just hit 366 last night. And then we were talking about this in the POW group community as well this morning. Actually, another member was making me aware of it. There's another one on the 4-hour time frame. So it's literally just bull flag after bull flag. This one's saying 417. So we need to hold, and you can see we held the 0.32 fib perfectly. So 340 must hold, or else we're probably heading back down to around that 332, 324 level. And then during my live stream yesterday, I actually was looking at a bullish continuation pattern, and it was an ascending triangle, and it was right here. So on my stream, I was like, we're probably going to see some sort of lower level time frame. Actually, it was on the 5-minute time frame. That's what it was. There was another one right there, though, on the hourly you can see. But on the 5-minute time frame, I drew this during my live stream, and I think we were like right here, and we were looking for another breakout, and our target was 665. And you can see we topped out right at it 3 times. Usually 3 strikes, you're out. And then we saw a pretty heavy correction back down into the 340s, which is the previous all-time high. So that makes sense as well. Coming back down to old resistance as new support makes a lot of sense. We also had probably, this was our biggest clue of all. And I mentioned this, this is when I messaged you, Martin, on X, when I said, we're probably going to see XRP hit a new all-time high this week. Based on this fact alone, we had the MACD, the stochastic, and the price closing above the 10-week moving average. When that happened last time in November, price went from about 60 cents all the way up to $3.40. And this time, we have crypto week this week, we have legislation, and here was the POW algo alert that went off as well. That was July 9th when this went off, and you can just click on it. And basically what this does is it emails you when these alerts fire in real time. So it says here, bullish triple thunder crossover, that's what I called it. Weekly close above the 10-week moving average, MACD, and stochastic bull cross all occurring simultaneously. And if you look on the July 9th day, it was actually closing price on it was 240. And here we are at 366. So tons of upside there from that alert. And couldn't be more bullish on the XRP chart at the moment.
That's great insights. Thank you very much indeed. Let me I just changed it back over to the general public now, as promised. Once we were into it, we would do that. So we shall just switch that back up to there. You'll see all the numbers back up on the screen once again. We are now in general subscribers mode. That was wonderful analysis. We've got Sensei in the show. We've got a couple of our loyal members going, I feel like I'm cheating on Sensei this morning. He's going, no, it's okay. We love Rod. Don't worry about it. We like to give you more information to make you more informed so you understand what's going on. Absolutely. We're all friends here. We all support each other. And someone, I think it was Stacey and somebody else, started to rib me when I mentioned a fellow YouTuber, and everybody went, look at Martin, he's a YouTuber. I've made a big thing about I'm not a YouTuber. Is Elton John a YouTuber? I am a broadcaster on YouTube TV. But, for the purposes of it, folks, don't have a go at me. And I Rod knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was wonderful insights.
So.
Eh?
Thank you. I said you're on YouTube, so I guess you're a YouTuber.
Yeah, it's a thing that maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know, but I don't call myself I don't regard myself as a YouTuber, and I just wind everybody up. Everybody goes, "Of course you're a bloody YouTuber. You're on," and I go, "Well, is Elton John a YouTuber? He's got a YouTube channel. Is Paul McCartney a YouTuber? Is someone who does the journalism for the BBC? Are they a YouTuber? No, I'm an entertainer, broadcaster who uses YouTube TV." It just fires everybody up, but you know what I mean. There you go. Anyway, so now we're going to go to some comments before we go over to our next topic. I'd like to ask Rod about Tillray and also Virgin Galactic. Let's go and see if we've got any comments and questions. Now, if you want to call in and be live on the show, it's a Friday phone-in, you can be live on the show. So members now, please repeat your questions if you would like to ask anything to Rod. So while I wait for the questions to populate, I like to always ask you this when you come on the show, because I love the way you present your charts. I recognize the terms and what you say, the way Sensei does it, but you do it differently. You have your own way of doing things. What's your short-term, mid-term, and long-term projections and thoughts where you think XRP is going? Sure.
And, Sensei does a great job as well. And I've never seen two technical analysts do the same method. Usually we have different methodologies. People find different, setups and strategies that work for them. So no two people are ever the same, just like no two portfolios are usually ever the same, right? So that's why, we don't give financial advice, because everybody's situation is different. And in terms of short-term outlook, I would say, I said on my last live stream, I think it was, that I wouldn't be surprised to see XRP at $4 or $8 by the end of next week. And we almost hit $4, so we still got a lot of time left. I think we could hit $8 by the end of next week if the rate.
We gave a $10. We gave a $10 within 7 days. You may have seen it. We were posting it everywhere. We could see, everything could do that. What's your midterm? Say 6 months from now.
6 months. It would really depend on if Bitcoin's into a bear market at that point. That's a hard one. I would say, there's a good chance that we top out by then, because typically alt seasons don't last that long. They last anywhere from a couple weeks to a month. But this time I think we'll be a little bit longer, just based on the fact that we have legislation coming and clear rules of the road. The S&P 500 also getting super overvalued.
Yeah,
so
I know. But do you see does it sort of bear out on the chart? See, I don't really focus on the charts. I let Sende do that. I focus on my relationships with real people. Now, if you've been paying attention to what I've been saying on the show, for a year now, I've been talking to Bank of America off air. I've got friends at the bank and big investors. And I've got one White House press room contact as well. And for ages and ages and ages, I've been saying the banks, I've been giving 3 o'clock in the morning times. This is going to happen. It's all been happening. It's great. It's not inside information at all. It's information that's out there. I'm just talking to people and they're sharing me public information that you just may not have heard. I've just got it directly from the source, but it's public. It's not inside information, folks. But I've been saying that there was this partnership with XRP, and there was this not much information about it. We know the patterns existed. People were talking about it, but there wasn't. The bank had never came out and actually said it. Well, on the earnings call a couple of days ago, it was supposed to be my live stream, but the carpet cleaner turned up, and I couldn't cover one of our biggest streams ever. And bloody Sensei took over the show. It's unbelievable. Anyway, he had his biggest ex-post revival moment where he had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reposts of it. Unbelievable. What was I doing? Walking around helping the bloody carpet cleaner. Talk about sleeping at the wheel. I had no choice, right? Anyway, so we heard from Brian Moynihan, the CEO of Bank of America. Did you hear it? We're talking about it and so on and so forth. We use stable coins, blah, 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 blah. It was great. It was a great moment. So because of that, and this is what I am learning, the future isn't trading in and out of coins. Yes, you can make money, right? But for me, the future is owning the banks, owning the institutions, owning Ripple, owning the S&P, because that's where it'll all end up. When a lot of the stuff goes away, a lot of the crypto will go away. There'll always be some, of course. People love it and trade it. But I'm focusing on where we'll be when I need the money. I don't need the money today or tomorrow, but in 10, 20 years, I'd like to be able to draw from my portfolio, and then I think crypto will all be mature and it will live on the S&P like Coinbase does now, and other institutions maybe will have a Ripple there one day, or the banks will make more money because they'll be more efficient. So I don't mind, and it was obviously I did it for the competition to buy it so I could give it away, but I don't mind buying it $3. I don't want to trade it, and I want to own it if I'm going to, my profit that I have after the $1,000, I will just keep and just own it. So do you think that XRP has a slightly more, it seems to me, a more mature investor? Your binky bonks, your fart coins, you're in and out in 5 minutes, and people will take profits, of course, with XRP, just like every other coin. However, there's a large number on our channel who go, I just want to own it. I know I could take a bit of money off the table, but I don't want to miss the next rally, and I'm just holding it to 100, and people will go 1,000, and it will replace Bitcoin, and God knows what else. We can't see how that could happen, but who knows? But do you not think that XRP is in a league of its own on that level?
Totally. And actually, you had my head going in a bunch of different directions there. I just interviewed the CEO of 3iQ Pascal Saint-Jean. So in Canada, we can now buy spot ETFs, which just means the futures ETFs don't actually hold the underlying asset. It's just you're betting on a price of an asset before it hits that price, right? You're betting on the future price of that asset and you buy it later on. Whereas spot buys the asset when you buy it, and they have to hold that in reserves. And then you can hold that in a registered plan now. So in Canada, we have a thing called TFSA, which is tax-free savings account, which you're only allowed to contribute X amount per year and then lifetime. So once you hit your lifetime contribution limit, then you have to wait till January 1st. This year it was 7,000. So I didn't have a whole lot left, but I probably had, I think, 20 or 30% of it. And I bought that XRP ETF. There's actually 3 that launched in Canada. But the reason why I say that is because it's all growing tax-free, and that's going to be a super long-term hold for me. Like I probably won't sell that anytime before 3 digits. I might even wait for 4 digits because, again, it's not a huge position anyway because I'm capped at how much I can put into that account. And if you saw the size of my actual XRP position, you'd understand that I don't need to sell that anytime soon. But based on what you're saying, is it in a league of its own? I think so, because there's been these companies that are adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet or their treasury as a treasury asset, right? Like MicroStrategy. Look at what that's done to MicroStrategy stock. And then, there's been some companies that have added Ethereum to their treasury. Look at what XRP just did with Vivo Power. Look at Vivo Power today. It was up, I think, 20% at one point. If we go from the low of yesterday to the high of the day today, let's just see exactly what the gain is. Yeah, it's 100% since the low of yesterday. Or sorry, that was the low of last week. My bad. But yeah, still in a very short period of time. So what that's telling me is it's trading as a proxy in the US because it's listed on the NASDAQ, a US major exchange, and we still can't buy, like Americans still can't buy the ETFs in the US. So it's trading as a proxy, I think, similar to like a MicroStrategy until which, these ETFs could get approved before actually today, I think, is the deadline, July 18th. So it's entirely possible that it doesn't happen until the fall, but I would say it's pretty much 100% guarantee that we're going to get it sometime around the fall. Case could end officially. I know it's ended officially a few times, but once that's out of the way, and then the most important thing is once we get legislation, right? Once we have the Clarity Act is probably the most important because it's going to distinguish which regulatory body is going to oversee different types of projects, right? It's going to tell these companies where they can build and where they cannot build, how they can build and how they cannot. So it's going to be a defining moment for the space, similar to the internet in the end of the 2000 era. But it's not going to take decades for these companies to, and they're already profitable, right? Like Ripple's buying companies for in the billions, right? And acquisitions. So it's not like they have a roadmap and they've got a plan to become profitable. This company, like Brad Garlinghouse, net worth, I saw an article the other day, his net worth is 10 billion already. It was created in 2012, Ripple, after XRP. And Tim Cook, CEO of Apple's net worth is only about only around 2.5 billion.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because that leads me on perfectly to one of the predictions, guesses, what I think is going to happen and why I just live in the S&P 500. Because I have said we go through periods in history, if you go back hundreds of years, because the S&P existed in a different format forever. This is the way the world works, right? But we've been through revolutions, like we've had the Industrial Revolution, and now we've got the AI and crypto revolution, if you like. It's why I've said I think that the S&P over the next by the end of the decade is going to more than double, which is ahead of what it normally does because of the growth. And now people are talking that maybe we should revalue the S&P 500 because the growth that could occur in it from its businesses, right? So I can see a time where a crypto project or a bank or an institution or whatever that uses crypto like this could rise and replace Apple at the top of the S&P 500. Because what's bigger than phones? Money itself.
Money runs the world.
Exactly. So, can't money, finance sector, the crypto sector be at the top, like Apple and Nvidia sitting up there? Could be, couldn't it?
Just add stocks, bonds, crypto, and the derivatives market. You're at like 2 quadrillion, like a number that you can't even understand, right?
That's more money than I've got, mate.
Compute.
That's even more than me. Now, not many people have more than me, but that is a number that's more than me. That upsets me now. Yeah, I don't even know how you think about these numbers. I mean, they all just get a bit silly.
They're not unfathomable, right? You can't even,
what does that even mean?
$1 trillion. If you were to count to $1 trillion, how many years would it take? I think it's something crazy. Like
you'd be dead, mate. You'd be dead
years.
anyway. You'd be dead. It wouldn't matter. Don't worry about it because you're dead. When it starts getting
it's
numbers,
not like an hour or 2 hours. Yeah, it's 31,000 years.
Yeah, 31. So, yeah, when you start getting into numbers when you're dead, I lose interest because I think there's no point now. I got too much money. Yeah. I'm going to be dead anyway. Can't even spend it fast enough.
You're into the quadrillion, so you're into the 1,000 trillions.
Yeah. You probably wake up every day, even if your quadrillion is in Robinhood earning 4%, right? Every day you've gone, oh, damn it, I've earned another billion. I just can't spend it quick enough. Order that Ferrari. I've ordered 6. Buy another 6. You know, you just can't spend it fast enough.
I was going to say the liquidity would be terrible because you would be the liquidity. But that reminds me of something else as well. We were talking about this in my stream, Sensei and I, yesterday. There's been a lot of confusion about the all-time high on XRP. There's been a lot of people saying it's 340. Technically, it is 340 because that was the majority of exchanges. There was 1 or 2 anomalies where the exchanges were super illiquid, so the price got bid up really quick. But it wasn't like you could sell at that price, right? That would just be for a few seconds on an exchange that most people didn't have access to. So if you actually go to TradingView and type in XRP liquid, and it'll be the first one that comes up, XRP liquid index, and that will give you the most accurate pricing based on the liquidity available at that time. And you'll see that the all-time high, they actually have it at 330, just under 331. And then a few months ago, we hit the 340. So that was technically the new all-time high. And then today breaking into price discovery.
The question is though, Rod, does it really matter? People focus on all this stuff. You're like Sensei, he does my head in. He's always seeing patterns in the charts that I can't see. It's like,
I don't think it matters, but
some people go outside, they look in the sky and the clouds, and they can see, if you look there, look, there's a horse up there, look, there's a man jumping over a bridge, right? That's like you chart readers. You see stuff like that, don't you, on charts, and you go, and there's all these names. There's all these names that you give it. Who made all these names up? Have you ever seen a little pattern on a chart and made up a name for it?
I just did it earlier. Remember
you just made one up?
Crossover. Yeah. Bullish triple thunder crossover. It's awesome.
Bullish. Say that again.
Bullish triple thunder crossover. That's what I called it.
Okay. You lost me at that. I know a lot of people got that and they thought that's brilliant. The bullish thunder cross wonder line cross. Yeah, I have one of them. I do. We called it the Lucas Archie. It's our little poll. In fact, I'm going to do a Lucas Archie on you. Are you ready? So this is how you perform, mate. This is good. You've led me right into this. I love the way the conversation just goes to where I want it without you realizing. It's clever that. Right, what I'm going to do here, look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it live on the show. This will be good. If this doesn't go in your favor, you're not going to like this, but you know. Right, let's have him on here. So we're going to do here. I'm going to grab your channel, right? How many people are watching? 505. Okay. I upset everybody when we went members only. Never mind. They'll watch later on. So what we're going to do here is, did you enjoy and learn something, and you have to have done, really, because the double divergence cross bull thing in a minute. I'll mention that in a minute. Did you enjoy and learn something?
That's another indicator.
What? Say again.
That's a different indicator.
Well, whatever. Did you enjoy and learn something from our guest, Rod, today? As you can see, I'm rubbish at typing. Here is his YouTube channel. Okay. Let me put that there. Okay, Pal Group. There we go. Let's put that in there. And today, especially What was the name of that indicator you gave me?
Triple Thunder crossover.
Oh my God, is that a real thing? Triple Thunder. These people make this up.
Now,
Triple Thunder Bull Cross.
Triple Thunder crossover.
Oh, crossover. Okay.
Yep.
I could just change it. It wouldn't matter. No one would know. Especially Triple Thunder crossover. Okay, there you go. Here is his YouTube channel. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an image poll. So if you did, yes, it was great. No, rubbish. There you go. He's thinking, I'm going to come on your show again. This is great advertisement for my YouTube channel, I've got to say. Never seen anything like it. And there's always those people who go, I don't know what to say. And if we don't have an option for that, they just don't know what to say. It messes it up. This is why we call this the Lucas Archie, because this is more reliable than the Fibonacci. Did you know that? It's actually written down in books. It's written down in books. I've got a book behind me. It's written in it. Right?
Yep.
It's in my little books, rules of the show. So yes, thought it was great. Rubbish. No, Rod's rubbish. Don't have him on the show again. He's rubbish. Or we go, I don't know, undecided. These are my little... These used to be, back in the day... You remember back in the olden days, the NFTs? I had NFTs. Tried it on OpenSea. Couldn't get used to it. Got billions of emails that were all spam. Everyone was hacking everything. And I went, I can't be bothered with this. So I've got all these NFTs sitting there. People email me saying, I've offered a bid and I just don't even read them. People just trying to give me money every day. And they just sat there. I just don't even know how to make it work. He just got a pain in the arse. Yes, it was great. No, rubbish. Undecided. There's his YouTube channel. Post. Here we go. We'll do it live. Right, I'm going to give everyone the link, because if I give you the link to the post, you've got the link to Rod's YouTube channel. You see how I do that? See, that's efficiency, that is. That's efficiency. Everyone click on the thing there, look. Right? Give it a like. This might be one of our opportunities for the giveaway later. Right, there you go. The question I'm asking everybody today is, did you enjoy and learn something from our guest Rod today, especially Triple Thunder crossover? Here is his YouTube channel. So if you did, I guess if you say yes, it was great, you're going to subscribe to him. If not, they're going to unsubscribe. So it's either way. Right, let's see how the poll's going. You ready? This is good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Yes. What do you say? Yes, it was great. 100%. Bloody. That's too good, that, Rod. I mean, we've never had 100%. Look at that, 11 votes, 100%, bang, straight in. You should be quite pleased with that, mate.
Can't complain with that.
No.
I'm just happy that people are finding value. That's the most important thing.
That's what it's all about, mate. That's what it's all about. XRP down 4.7% today. I'm not worried. As long as there's $1,000 worth of it left at the end. Otherwise, I got to add more money. Then I'll be upset. If it goes down to 20 quid, I'm going to be like, oh, bloody hell, I've got to add 980 bucks. It won't matter. It won't matter, because when it goes back up again, I'll have even more, right? That's the beauty of it. Yep. So let's refresh it. 11 votes. And we'll go to questions then. You can ask all about the Triple Thunder crossover. 14 vote. I can't believe no one is going rubbish. I would have put rubbish, because I don't think that the Triple Thunder crossover is a real thing. Now, when you make these things up, do you have to get permission from anybody? Do you have to ring anybody up and go, right, I've come up with this? Do you have to message anybody?
The hardest thing is to create the indicator. But yeah, that was... The name was the easy part.
So you create your own indicator. You saved it on TradingView.
Yep.
Have you got your own coin yet?
I just had that question yesterday. No, I won't be getting into my own coin. I don't want to deal with the liability of that.
I want to get one. I was thinking
about somebody. I was saying like an extra, like a NFT would be kind of cool, like to have for keepsake or whatever memorabilia, but. Like one of my favorite bands, they've got like a shirt with an NFT in it. So I think that's cool. You can buy the shirt. It's got the NFT. You can keep it hanging on your wall, and there's some tangibility to it. And it's just a cool.
See, I came up with the idea because my audience want it, right, to do a crypto coin, and I'm looking at it. It's just what the right time to get it the right time is. what makes a crypto coin so good is it has to have some value behind it. Otherwise, what's the point, right? It has to have transparency. So if someone creates a coin, who created it? What's the purpose? Why are they doing it? Are they holding it? Are they going to dump it on you? So what I said was I'd do it all live on the show. I'd even create it live. I mean, this is like how mental I'm going to do it, right? Can you imagine this? So I do it live at 100,000 subscribers. I create it live. I put, say, 10 grand in like the liquidity pool. I learned enough about to work that bit out, right? And then I burn 90% of it, so I can't sell it. It's gone, whatever. And I'm fully transparent. So you've got a coin with a maximum supply, like Bitcoin. Hey, I'll have 21 million. I'll have 21 and 1. No, I won't. I'll have 20,999,000. I'll have one less than Bitcoin, so it'll make it even more special, right?
So you're different, yeah.
Yeah, and I will burn burn all of mine. I'll give it liquidity, so it's got all of that. And as the value of the show goes up, as the show grows, it's like buying shares in the show. As we grow and so on and so forth, the more I can advertise it, the more I can talk about it. And I'll never buy it, I'll never own it, I'll never sell it. I just let the audience do it. How about that? That's a good strategy, isn't it? A good, honest approach to it.
Yeah, the hardest thing is to get people to buy it. So
that's easy. They all want to buy it. Everybody wants to buy it. I got 2,000 members going. We'll buy it straight away.
Do it up.
I'm right on the edge. But the trouble is, Rod, what scares me is I've followed a guy on YouTube who did the same thing. He didn't do it on air like me, but he made the video of him doing it off air, and then he published it, right? And he went through the whole process. It took about 45 minutes once he lined up everything, right? And he just went through. He did everything. And I thought, I can do all that. I get that. He clicked here, did this, did that. It gives me the full thing, right? The problem is, this is my problem, why I haven't done it yet. It's not for the money. It's not for the time. It's not for everybody getting all this money. I love it. I mean, his coin, he only had about 20,000 subscribers, and his coin went to like $1 million. Like when he published it, it was nuts. And I thought, Helly, I'm gonna have $1 billion coin. This is great. But what scares me?
Did he issue it on like Solana or something?
Yeah, it made its way onto like Coinbase and everything. It got on all the major. Didn't get on Robinhood. He's trying to do that. Huh?
Like the Hawk-Tua girl.
I don't know. I think it was on the Solana network, right? But it was everywhere. And this is why I haven't done it yet. And I need some help. So if anyone's watching, get in touch. This is why I haven't. Because it's all very well understanding the steps, put the money in, design the coin, design the website, design this, do all of that, follow the steps. But there wasn't one single step that I actually understood. I could do it, do this, create an account, Yeah, I get the video was easy, the website was easy, the X post was easy, But when he explained the technicals of what this system did for you, because I need to know how it works, not just because I'm OCD, but if it goes wrong, how do you fix what you don't understand? Who do you call?
Yeah.
You can't call this bloke up on his YouTube video and go, I followed it and now it's broke and everybody bought it and now I don't know how to get out of it. And now I've got everybody going, we put $1 million. I can't work with what I don't understand. And that's what scares me at the moment.
Well, that's what I said at the beginning too, is the liability factor, right? If something goes wrong, you're on the hook. And then when you take people's money, you might not be taking it directly, but you're responsible if you are the entity that created it. It's like the Ethereum Foundation, right?
Yeah.
And then not only that, so like with my indicators and my alerts, I thought about doing like a trading bot where it would initiate buy and sells for you. And then I started looking into it and, it was like, okay, well, what do I need to do to protect myself from a liability perspective?
Bloody hell.
How many kind of disclaimers and the things, all these different things am I going to need? And it was like, you're probably going to have to spend $100,000 minimum to get a lawyer, hire a lawyer, get everything that you need.
It's not worth the hassle,
to build it. And then, I was going to become a financial advisor whenever I was starting out. I used to work at Invesco, and I was like one exam away from becoming a financial advisor. And I said, the hell with that, right? It's stressful enough managing my own money, let alone other people's. And it's just something about it, right? The second you take people's money, they attack you. And like, you know, as much as you say, don't invest any more than you're willing to lose, you know, they're going to invest their life savings.
Yeah.
and then you're on the hook if something goes wrong, right?
Yeah. Sensei has that qualification, and he decided not to take that job. He was offered a job, and as a financial advisor, and because he did the course, and he decided no, he wants to be full time with me. So I'm honored that he actually did that. It was amazing. Yeah, it's a whole different world, isn't it? When you go down that road, and you got to weigh up the pros and the cons of how much stress you want. Years ago, I had this ambition to build an empire for my theatre shows, and I had one night in everything. So one night in Vegas was the main show. Then I had one night with Martyn Lucas, one night with the Piano Men, that was my other spin-off show, one night at the musicals, and I was going to build out this empire of like 50 shows all on the road at once, and all these orchestras touring around, and I would just go in as the star of the show for whichever show I wanted to turn up at any point. I'm going to take that guy's role tonight. I'm going to do whatever. And I thought that'd be great, and we started to build it. And we had one night in Vegas that was touring, and we had one night at the Piano Men. The others never got started, and it got so big and scary, and it was like, and I always remember that my partner, my girlfriend at the time, we used to be a little duo, going around the little pubs and the clubs, earning a couple $100. And she said, I preferred it then, because we had none of the stress of the staff, the hiring, the tax, the this, the that, the risk assessments, and it all got too big. And we actually, believe it or not, made more money as a little duo going around playing the pubs and the clubs, because every night, couple $100, no expenses, no stress, just go home, easy. When we started to earn 50 and 100 grand a night in some shows, and then pay out millions, we hardly made any money. And it was like, it was just, you can get too big. And we decided at this show, right, we just want to keep it the way it is. Entertaining, fun. We're not going down the financial route. We're not giving training. Our training courses are free. I know you do that, and I all due respect to you to do that. We have a video training course that we just give for free in our Discord, because you know the responsibility, the work involved. We just record one every week, put it up there, it's free, watch it, and it's great. That Sending does a brilliant job, but we decided not to charge for it. We just give it away for free. But it's hard, isn't it? If you start building and growing, where are you going to, how much responsibility do you want to take on? Is it really, how much money do you need? How big do you really want to get? And that's what stopped me from doing the coin. I just think it'd be so cool to have your own coin. Imagine if I could go on a Robinhood today and see my coin Martyn Lucas coin going up and down. It'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it'd be cool.
Yeah. Until it all goes wrong and someone wants to sue me for $10 million. That wouldn't...
SEC knocking on your door.
SEC. Gary Ginsler. I'd invite him in for a cup of tea, mate. That'd be all right. Me and him would get on like a house on fire. Let me have a look. Let's see if... let's see if this poll has changed. You got to have some people think you're rubbish. One person, thank God for that. 31 votes, 94% said, yeah, we love it. One person said, you're rubbish. So,
that was you.
It wasn't me. I can't vote on it. Hey, you got to have one person, otherwise it looks like it's a setup, right? It's good, that one person. But what I liked was nobody said undecided. They're straight in. Rubbish. Not even like, well, I'm not sure. I don't know, understand it. Rubbish. I'd be upset if I was you. Are you upset?
Decisive. That's no.
Are you gonna? Is that gonna end your YouTube career? Are you not gonna go live ever again because of that?
What I get upset at is these people saying XRP is going to go to $1,000. I got pretty triggered about that yesterday, and I think it will go to $1,000 one day. But like one dude said $2,000 this year, so
they're just making this
stuff
stuff
up. Well, there's not even any like chart analysis or any kind of pattern that would say that. It's just literally a number that he pulled out of his right. But yeah, it's all just disingenuous, and they're just trying to get clicks, and it's working. His video got like hundreds of thousands of views. So
but you know what though, if you do the right thing, we're doing the right thing. Look how we're growing. Just keep doing the right. It's harder work going live all day, every day, every day. But then everyone becomes a member. Everyone follows you. Everyone's got the T-shirt and the mug. We've got all these things, and You can be bigger and stronger than those people because there's no value there, and you can blow it over with a feather like that. And I mean that. Yep. We've had armies, so-called armies of different things. We've had BSV army, we had the Shiba Inu army, and there are all these people making noises, right? in Reddit rooms and all this stuff, and they make memes on me and call me a bold, fat, stupid idiot and God knows what else. I mean, it's fine. Do what you want. You just advertising the show and making up all the stuff and whatever. And thousands of people join. Trouble is, there's no substance. There's no value in it. You know, it doesn't mean anything. And the moment you say something, they all fall over. They all sell out. The 2-3 guys who run the room, the admins, secretly behind the scenes, dump all their coin, and then the next day it goes down, and everyone goes, "Oh my God, they dumped it." You know, it's ridiculous. So they come and go every 5 minutes. Well, we'll be here, and in 20, 30 years, when I pass the show over to Sensei, he'll have it for another 20, 30 years, and then he'll hand it over. Yep. And that's what we're building here, and I think people value that. And you provide a great value service. You're not one of those pumping, dumping idiots.
No, you know, I built my channel on cannabis, which I can say now, and you can't get mad at me because your algorithm won't care.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't care anymore. I haven't got a single, like, I dropped that word probably 50 times in one video.
You just to test it.
Yep.
If I get this banned, I'm ringing you up, mate.
I won't do it anymore. I won't do it anymore just in case. But yeah, no, they don't seem to. I say as of like the last couple of weeks, it seems like they tweak something in the algorithm to not care. Even like I get an email like maybe a day or two after I'd post the video, and it'd be like, your video is suitable for, and normally it would say not suitable. Yeah. And now it says suitable. And the fact that like no other video does that. Like if I make a crypto video, I don't get an email saying, "Hey, your content's suitable." It's only the MJ related content, right? So yes. The fact that they had to turn a switch somewhere. So maybe they know some sort of reform is coming in the US potentially, or these advertisers are just more okay with it. But yeah, I was getting shadow banned all the time. You know, when I started to make some crypto videos, it was crazy. I'd see, you know, like when I did a couple XLM, XDC videos, you could tell when the algorithm was pushing your video, right? Because it would go from like 200 to 300 views, and then I'd check again in like 6 hours, it'd be at like 2,000, 3,000, and then you can just go into the analytics and see that, you know, most of it was YouTube recommendations. So that never happens with my MJ videos. So, you know,
I've got some good news for you, mate. I've got some good news for you. Even though one person said you're rubbish, right? It doesn't seem to matter because your YouTube channel was at 9.58. It's now 9.59. So it's gone up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I would like, I tell you what, sod it. Normally I don't do this sort of thing, but I'm going to do it anyway, right? Look, let me give you I'll get in trouble for doing this because we got paid sponsors now. Right, let me give you this. Look, go and click on it. Let's get into 10,000 live on the show. Bugger it. What are we now? 9,590 something. Right, we just don't know, right? Because it does it in tens now. Once you get to 10,000, mate, he does it in hundreds. He does it in hundreds. And soon I'll be doing it in thousands. So you can't see it anymore on the screen. He can see it. Behind the scenes, he can see it. But not on the screen, we can't see it.
The power of.
Eh?
It'll be to the power of eventually.
The power of. What do you mean the power of? What does that mean?
Yeah, the subscribers, you know. It'll be so big, it'll have to be 10 to the power of, you know.
Oh, what, my channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Both of our channels.
Both our channels.
The number will be so big that they'll just have to
I love it. I love it. 9.59. Has it gone up? Let's have a look. 9.6. Look, you're great. Look at this. This is. You enjoying this, aren't you? Is my subscribers going up? If you're unsubscribing and joining Rod instead, there's going to be hell up. Right, I won't have him on again. He's been on 4 times already, so obviously it keeps working, and I keep liking it. But yeah, if you unsubscribe from me and follow Rod instead, there's going to be hell up. That's all I'm saying. There'll be hell up here, right? Let me look down here. Let me look at my subscribers, right? 91,540. We only gained 2. I think Rod's gained at least 20 or 30, at least. Anyway, that's all right.
When do you think you'll hit 100,000?
When do I think we'll hit 100,000? We're going to hit 100,000 within 2.5, 3 weeks.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, the million is in 2 years. And that's weird when you say it because you go, hang on a minute, you've only been going 4 years. Someone literally just unsubscribed from me. Look, they just did it live. They just unsubscribed from me when I said that. Yeah, they've gone, I like Rod better. I like Rod better. He's more cool. He's more my style. He's more crypto-y. He's got the headset and everything. I can do the headset. I've even got a baseball cap. Look, I can do it. There you go. Now I'm a proper YouTuber. Look at that. See? Oh, they've gone back up again.
Headset so I can hear you good.
Yeah.
It's actually coming through my other mic, my voice, but
is it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't need any of those headsets. You know why, mate? You know why? I got. Yeah, look at this. I've never shown you this, have I? Look, watch this. Right, watch this. Right. I'll give you a little tour. Right, watch this. I just got this set up the other day. People like to know what's going on in the studio. So like, this is why I don't have headsets. Look, I can zoom in. Ooh, I can drive it around the studio. I can go all the way in, and then I can go like this. I can go. Let's go up here. See, I've got these reference speakers, these monitors, and I've got them. They come through just behind here. There's a desk which it's compressed. So even though I've got it coming through speakers and they're behind me as well, I don't actually get the feedback. So I can hear you lovely. I've got one either side, and then it also comes through this big screen here. So look, I'll show you. I'll show you behind the scenes. Look, let me zoom out a little bit. I like this. The technology now is just nuts, isn't it? My tracks are broken. See, my camera's not moving. I've got a new track I'm installing today for the music show tonight. That's back there. And then over here, this camera is currently off its track. That's got a new track coming today as well. That one stopped. There's another monitor there. It's pretty mental, isn't it? There you go. Let me bring it.
Too much for me. How long did it take you to set all that up and then figure out how to use it?
It was about a year before I even went live building all this. It's like a little church. Look, I'll show you. Look, people don't often see this. Look, it's like a little cathedral.
I was just going to say, yeah. What's that, like a 12-foot, 15-foot ceiling?
Yeah, about 20, I think. Yeah.
20, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah, I'm very, 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 very privileged. I was really, really lucky, Rod, because I came to America and let me bring this one up here. I came to America because I met my wife on a cruise ship, and I can work anywhere, right? And I was working, I travel anywhere, but she has to work here. So we said, okay, we'll live in America then, rather than my English house. So we live here, and well, I'm a proper just little Cornish local English boy with a little tiny little Cornish English house, right? But Texas, different. Now she thinks it's normal, but for me, from a little tiny cottage, my house fits in the living room here. I turned up and went, "This is brilliant! I can have a studio in here." No, not having a studio. That's a reading room. No. So I just schmoozed for a couple of years, and all of a sudden, the studio and the bookshelf went down the tip, and then in came a microphone and a piano, and here we are now with a light show. But yeah, I'm going to miss this when I retire back to England, because this ain't going to fit in the whole of my house. Anyway, we've only got 7 minutes to go. I want your thoughts quickly. We're going to wrap this up. I want your thoughts on, just quickly, what you think about Tillray and Virgin Galactic, two stocks I know that you're quite excited about, because just give me some sort of headlines, because in just 6 minutes, 5 minutes, the giveaway goes live. So get ready, everybody. This is when the competition starts. Your chance to win $1,000 XRP. You never know. Well, it looks like our friend Peter wants to match it, and that will be 2,000, but that's not in the terms and conditions. That's not what you're signing up for. But if he calls in on that day when we give it out and you want to do it for charity, there could be that option. But right now it's $1,000. In 5 minutes from now, this will go live. Let me give everybody the giveaway. So here it goes. How much time have I got with you, Rod?
6. Oh, with me, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm not on any time.
Okay,
time
good.
Constraint.
Okay, cool. XRP giveaway. Right, there we go. Pin that to the top. Replace the pin. Right. So you might want to just get ready because this is what's going to happen. In 5 and 4 minutes now, it's going to go live. And all the way down here, there are opportunities for you to win tickets. Now, you can win with one ticket. You can't win with none, right? If you don't enter a single thing, you can't win with none. But you can win with one, but the more things you do, the more times that you like and engage and share and subscribe, blah, 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 will give you tickets. But don't just go around my social media following and liking everything. You can. That would be really quick. If you go on X, just go down the whole thing. Like, repost. That's a really quick way of doing it. Strongly recommend. In fact, that would be great. That'd be really quick, actually. So then what you do, let's say you just go down my X or my Instagram or YouTube and you just like, just repost, right? Then what you do is you come over here to the competition page and you'll be able to claim all the tickets. It's fully automated. We can't rig it. I can't pick a winner. I can't choose anyone. It does it. As much as I'd love to give you $1,000, Rod, I can't choose you. All right, it chooses itself. More tickets you got, and the more you can win. So you can go down here, and then you can go, yeah, I've reposted, I've liked, I've done that. And if you've done it, you can't cheat. If you've done it, it knows you've already followed. It knows you've already reposted, and it will allow you to get the tickets. Now, we will add new ones. Because at the moment, you can see there's me and Vaz. You go, well, where's Sensei? I followed Sensei. I want to get points for that. You will, because after a few days, I'll take out Vaz and we'll replace it with Sensei. We will rotate things. There'll be a new repost. So if you just go and repost everything and like everything, right? When it comes up, you can just claim tickets. And in a minute, you will see. Now, as you can see, I have got no entries. I'm not going to enter, right? And if I do enter, right, I can't win. So I will just select somebody else. So I might just test it. So I might click some, but I've got none. And there are no entries. No one's entered yet because we've got 1.5 minutes to go. So in 1.5 minutes, this is going to go mental. This is going to go... We're going to see people going on because tomorrow, some of these opportunities to get tickets will be gone. You can only have so many on the screen. So tomorrow, I might take away, repost my blue sky. I might take it away. And you will miss 50 chances to win. I might take away Sensei's my video. I might take away visit me on YouTube. I might. You don't know. So there you go. All right. Very, very important. So here we go. 113 seconds. This is exciting. We're going to count this down and then we're going to come to Rod for his thoughts on Tillray and Virgin Galactic. So is everybody ready? Tuppy Puppy in the chat. Tuppy Puppy has said, when we draw this on 15th of September at 3 p.m., if he's in the chat and you choose to do a charity rather than yourself, we'll give away a double prize. It could be $2,000. Bloody hell, that's amazing. Here we go, 81 seconds. Has everyone got it? God, I hope it works, Rod. Talk about, earlier on about, responsibility. It's like, when nobody watched the show, it didn't really matter. Now you got 100,000 people nearly, and then they all enter a competition and the website crashes. I mean, what happens then? I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't even know how to fix it. Oh my God. Right.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's what I'd call it. Yeah, technical difficulties. The website crashed. I go, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Right. Anyway, Seth Houston. Oh, Seth Houston's here. We've got some of our original members coming in. Tuppy, can you direct message us on Discord or X so we can discuss it? Love the charity. Yes, Sensei. It's great. He called in the show today. We had a chat on air. But yeah, please make contact with him. Here we go. 25 seconds. Woohoo! Make sure that you do all the things. One of the things that most people messed up was the promo video. They watched it Rod. And then what they did, they put the answers in the live chat while they were watching it, rather than keep it shush and enter it in the competition. They told everyone the answers. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's off to the races. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's open it up. Oh, yeah. 59 days left. Refresh it. Woohoo! No entries yet. Go and take part. Do-ba-dee-do, do-ba-dee-do. No entries. Go on, everybody, take part. Someone's got to have done it. What's going on?
Bit of a lag, maybe.
Bit of a lag. Do. I hope it's working. Oh my God, can you imagine? There we go. 230 entries. Oh, now it's moving. Now it's going up. All right, now it's going up. 51 votes now. Rod, yes, he's great. 80% great. 10% say he's rubbish. And now finally someone's gone, I'm undecided. I don't want to say he's rubbish, but I don't want to say he's great either. Yeah, that's more of a slap in the face, to be honest. They just don't know what to say about it. I love it. 480. Right, look at that. There you go. It's off and running now. It's running. It's doing its thing. And we are off to the races. There you go. Let me do it again. 1,200. There you go. And there's only a few tickets for each thing, like 1.1 ticket, 5 tickets. So a lot of people have entered. It's very, very exciting. All right. So, Rod, let's come back to you again now. Thank you ever so much. And I wish everybody the best of luck. It's very, very exciting. And one of you is going to win at least $1,000. Very, very exciting stuff. So let's go over to, I know you're going to want to share it. So let's talk about Tillray. I know you like this, one of your favorite stocks. You know, I kind of went, I'm not so sure anymore about this. And people that I talk to go, no talk of it going anywhere, but you tell me. What do you think of this one? For those who don't know, Tillray brand. In fact, I'll make a little promotion. I'll make a little video for this as well. So I need to do an outro. So there we go. There was Rod on the show from Powell Group. Don't forget to subscribe and support his channel. He's got videos and live shows all the time. And talking about XRP. Great information. Even though some of you said he was rubbish. Only one person said he was rubbish, but I'm going to just put it in the video. You're going to think, really? Could you have left that bit out? No, that's the highlight of the video. That's the bit I'm going to open the video with, all right? Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here and over here, more stuff you might like. That'll also be rubbish. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, okay, let me change that now to Tillers. I don't know why I called it that. It's an English thing, I think.
Tilly, yeah.
Yeah, Tilly. Yeah, Tilly. There we go. Right, let's bring it on. Let's bring it on. Okay. Tillray Brands, ticker symbol TLRY. I used to love this one. I used to see it going to $40, and then things went a bit with when Simon. Diversified, yes, I know you'll say, well, they were always a brewery business. Yeah, they were, but things weren't going so well, so they kind of diversified a little bit too much. For me, I'd just buy DraftKings or a brewery company that was built from the ground up to be a brewery company. But anyway, not everyone agrees with me, and our guest today on the show, star guest on the show, in fact, I don't know if he still likes it, but I know he once did, and he was once in it. I can see it going to $40 then. Now, not so much. Not many people that focused on it anymore, but let's have a little look. So put your hands together, make some noise. Big round of applause. There it is. Let's bring Rod from Power Group live on the show, and let's hear what he has to say about Tillray, ticker symbol TLRY. Welcome to the show, Rod. How are you, mate?
Doing well. Thank you for having me on.
Welcome. You've been here all the time, really, haven't you? I know everyone watches this video thinking, oh, he just came on. It's been here for ages. We were doing XRP a minute ago. So, are you still in Tillray?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Still not, as much as I would be in crypto, but that's going to change here pretty soon. I'm going to be looking at probably in the next couple of months, taking a lot of profits on my crypto and then rotating it into, maybe some different cryptos that haven't run, looking for some laggards there. And then I'll also be looking at some more additional entries into the MJ space.
All right. So, have you got a chart you might want to share with us? Something we can put on the screen? Yeah. All right. Yep. Let's go over to this screen, and you can share with me your thoughts on Tillray. Over to you, Rod.
Sure. You're going to love this one. So we'll start off with the bullish triple thunder crossover.
Oh, here we go again. Oh, listen, folks. Listen, a few minutes ago. Yeah, hang on. Now you're giving me that. Your triple thunder bullish cross thing. We had this over here a minute ago. We had a poll. See, and I asked you might want to vote on this. Did you enjoy and learn something from our guest Rod today, especially the triple thunder crossover? I think it's nonsense. Right? Here is your YouTube channel. Here is his YouTube. So you can go and you can go and unsubscribe to him when you've heard about it, thinking I don't know. So I asked everybody, do you think it's great? Did you learn anything? 80% when it's great. It's not going the way I wanted it, all right? 10% say rubbish, right? And undecided 10, but I'm going to refresh that because that's probably changed now. 51 votes. How many votes we got now? 54 votes, 80% still say it was great. Damn it, I was hoping they would say it was rubbish. Anyway, come on then. Give me your triple thunder cross bull over thing.
Yeah, so obviously people have different ways of valuing assets. Most people just look at the price, and everybody knows the price of everything, knows the value of nothing. Some people value things at different price to earnings, different valuation, fundamental, kind of value investing principles. Some people look at the charts. I like to look at both. Obviously, I think with the fair value of the company, with their assets, they've been paying down debt. I think, the fair value should be somewhere around $1.50. I think we're hugely undervalued from a value investing perspective based on how much they've been paying down their debt, and they continue to improve in their efficiencies. In terms of the technicals, from that bullish triple thunder crossover that occurred on July 2nd, if you look at the closing price on July 2nd to where we are here, it was a 44% gain, and at the moment, it's actually a 4-hour bull flag. So we could see even additional gains at this point. This one's saying $1.04. So for everybody saying it's going to do a reverse split, if we get back up to that dollar mark, that's going to be a huge point of FOMO, because people are going to start to question whether or not they're going to regain organic compliance with the NASDAQ, which is the minimum bid price rule. You have to be over $1 for 10 consecutive business days. That will regain their compliance. Similar to what Village Farms just did. They actually received 2 warnings, and they did in 2023, they regained compliance. And then in 2024, they got an extension and they regained compliance. So there's a high probability, I think, that Tillray does kind of follow in that footsteps of Village Farms. If we take a look here at the weekly, we had a falling wedge that broke bullish as well. This just shows selling exhaustion at the end. And whether or not you believe in charts or not, if you don't, I must be the biggest BSer of life, because I don't know how I could make this stuff up. And we had this hidden bullish RSI.
I'm not saying anything. I'm keeping out of it.
So you can see a falling wedge on the weekly chart, and then the RSI was trending with higher lows and higher highs on the price action coming out of weekly oversold. So generally, you will expect an oversold bounce. That occurred on this week here of June 30th. We had the falling wedge breakout that had a target of 55 cents. Now we have our 4-hour bull flag targeting $1.04. And then, like I said, you can't get any more bullish than the bullish triple thunder crossover. The price closing above the 10-week, the MACD and the stochastic blasting off. And you can see an uptick in volume here as well on the lower level timeframes here. Once we started to break out, we had some massive volume. So it's looking pretty decent at the moment. We do have a bit of a triangle here, a symmetrical triangle that's forming here as well. And this is just part of that bull flag. So again, you can see here, if we were to break out of that bearish, you'd be looking at a move down to the golden ratio around 48 cents. We break out of it bullish, say here, we'd be looking at 83 cents. And then, like I said, that would confirm the 4-hour bull flag. Just means confluence, right? If you've got multiple signals, patterns, indicators all saying, we're going to $1, and you've got 8 or 10 indicators that you like to look at, if all of them are screaming buy, we're probably going much higher from here. If they're all saying, we're going to 40 cents, then we're going to expect that as the most likely scenario. So irrelevant of what I think or want to happen, obviously I want Tillray to go to that $40 target you were talking about, but I'm not going to come on here and say that because there's nothing supporting that at the moment. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll get a pattern that says that, and I'm more of a chartist, I'm more of a technical analyst, so that's what I gravitate to. But from a fundamental perspective, I would say the company is doing well. They're starting to listen to investors. They recently announced that they're going to be accepting crypto and utilizing AI. So like you said, the S&P 500, they talked about revaluing the S&P based on the growth ahead. Well, a lot of these companies are going to use AI. The amount of yield that's going to generate, it's going to cut down on their costs, labor costs, etc. Not great for employees, but it is what it is. It's going to generate tons of tax revenue. And yeah, from a fundamental perspective, they also listened to investors when they did the reverse split kind of approval. There was 57% in favor of, and then I think there was like 2 or 3 that abstained, and then there was somewhere around 41% who voted against it. So I think, irregardless of what the company wants to do, I think they really did take that into account, that, hey, 41% of our stockholders don't want this to happen. So they pushed the brakes on that. There was in that same article, it said, hey, this was approved. The board of directors can approve or can initiate now a 1 for 10 or a 1 for 20, similar to what SPCE did, right? Virgin Galactic, I think they did a 1 for 20, right?
Well, we'll come on to Virgin Galactic in a second. Just give me your final thoughts to wrap this section up, okay. Rod. Where you think Tillray might be in a year if all goes well?
If we get rescheduling, which I think is a very high probability, and if we get safer banking sometime between, after crypto legislation's over here in the next few months, I think there's a good chance it happens before 2026 midterms. We'd be looking at somewhere on, I could see it at $10.
Thank you very much indeed, Rod. Great information there from Rod today from Power Group. I'll give you the link below. You can vote on our poll if they thought it was great or rubbish, like I mentioned earlier, or you can look into the next series. I'll put a little playlist together. He was talking about XRP, and in a moment we're going to talk about Virgin Galactic as we wrap this up today. Sort of a trilogy of great wisdom from our man in Canada. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description, over here and over here. I'll put the playlist. I'll put Tillray and I'll put the Rod playlist. We can have 3 things today. He's done XRP, Tillray, and of course Virgin Galactic. That's coming up next. Until next time, as always, don't forget our competition running, $1,000 of XRP. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Now, before I do go to our next section, which will be SPCE, a couple of people saying the competition is not working. I just want to tell you it is working, and I can tell you where you're probably going wrong. So let me show you here. This is the competition. Let me give you the link, martynlucas.com/giveaway. It's pinned in the top. It's below our videos and our social media and our X's. There it is. There's the link. Now then, I have no control over, well, I do have control of it, of course, but it's all done automatically. I'm not approving anything. I'm not manually accepting your entries. It's all done online by yourself. If you can't, and as you can see, 5,995 entries. That's the number of tickets we've issued. So you can work out how many people have entered from that. All right, if I refresh it, 5,995. It's probably gone up. Yeah, 9,133 tickets have been given out. All right, so it's working. What you do is if it's not working for you, it's because you've not signed in yet or verified yourself. Because we're giving away such a big prize, you have to verify. You have to give your age, over 18. So you have to say you're over 18. You also have to use an email or sign in using YouTube or Google or what's the other one? X. So you've got to sign in. If you're not signing in and refusing to sign in, you're not verifying yourself, you can't enter. It's because we don't want bots, scammers, trolls. We're going to have lots of people try anyway. This is to try to prevent that. Otherwise, we'll end up, it will be chaos. So as you scroll down, it tells you new ways to enter daily. Every day I'm going to add some new ones. It's fun. It's free. More entries gives you better odds, but you can win with just one ticket. So you can win just by signing in on X. But you'll only have one ticket. If you want more, you can do more. This video explains it all. This video also gives you the chance to win tickets because there's a magic number in there. The daily bonus, click for a daily bonus. Now, once you've done a few things, this will unlock. And every day you get a free ticket just by coming back. Subscribe to Sensei's Insights. Now, it's free. Now, we know that Sensei has a paid platform, but because this competition is free, no paywalls, nothing, you go and subscribe to Sensei's free trial, and then the free part, because Sensei provides free content as well as paid content, that's where Sensei will put magic numbers in his newsletter, things to look out for, and it will be in there. Post on X. We've given you a post to go and post on X. Follow me at Martyn Investor, blah, 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 blah. Follow me there. These things you have to sign in. The repost on Blue Sky. Well, you can't repost on Blue Sky unless you've got a Blue Sky account. All right. Enter here the magic number found in Vaz's show. Now, this was hilarious, right? People watched this when it went out. Or not this one, actually. I won't confuse you. That's tomorrow. But this one here, found in the intro video. Here it is. Now, this intro video went live yesterday, and people were watching it live. And I said in the comments and in the video that enter here only on the competition page, not in the chat or comments, because if you do, you're giving everyone the answers. The magic number found in the intro video. We give you 3 numbers, one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. Add them together, then post here to win tickets. No one read it. No one listened. No one listened to the video. And they're in the chat going 26, 42, 41. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You're giving the numbers away. When you add them together, you put them in here and you'll get your tickets. All right? So the chance of you winning this prize, if you're smart, is really high. I will tell you now, from past experience, is really, really high. If you come in every day and get your free ticket, if you do all the things that we say, and don't forget, we'll add new ones all the time, so check out. You can see the ones you've done. Look, it's going up now, 10,500. If you do that, and you do it properly and sign in and be a legit person, not a bot or a troll, the chances of you winning is extremely high. And the reason why it's extremely high is most people just won't do it. They'll try and do it, and then they'll give the numbers away, and they'll follow me, but they won't claim the ticket and all the rest of it. What you're showing on there, mate? What's on that big screen over there? Let me have a look. What you're showing there?
Oh, I didn't realize I was still sharing my screen.
Oh, that's all right. That was quite good. You got lots of followers. You look good.
2:30. 2:30 today in the White House. We're probably going to see the Genius Act signed.
The signing of the Genius Act. Yeah, Sensei will cover that live, I'm sure. Sensei will cover that. I won't be, because I'll be getting ready for the music show tonight. But that will be a good one. Now, for those of you that have just, gone onto the competition page, look out, because I will be adding shortly in the next hour or so the opportunity to win tickets for tonight's concert. All right, I'm going to put tonight's concert magic numbers. Doesn't exist right now. I haven't done it yet, but I can tell you now the event itself is this. Where is it? This one here. This is the event for tonight. I'll give you the link. I'll put it in here now. XRP concert with giveaway tickets. This is tonight. Give away tickets. Here we go. That's there. Make sure that you're there tonight. We're going to celebrate XRP. We're going to have a party. We're going to sing a few songs. I'm going to drink beer, fall off my chair, and give away free tickets so you can win money. What more do you want? Entertainment, music, streamed in 4K, big screen TV, watch me get drunk, sing along, join in, and win $1,000. I mean, Netflix don't do this. Netflix, rubbish. This is what we do. Great. Netflix, rubbish. Us, great. Okay, see that? Okay, so
on that one.
You got that one. You wrote that down, right? Let me see if I've got any followers today. Let's see if it's worked. Let me close that there. So look, oh yes, it has. So if I go into my, in fact, look, I'll show you. I'll go behind the scenes. Not supposed to show behind the scenes, so that means I do it. Go to the analytics. Look, this is my growth. This is my growth. On my X account. So that's what have we done today? 7 days. So let's have a little look. So there you go. Today I've gained 36 followers. Every day you lose 1 or 2. It's just like YouTube. You gain some. As long as you gain more than you lose. But I gained 36 today. And I unfollowed 2. So those of you that followed me today, 36 of you, make sure that you've claimed your tickets. Now, this is exciting, Rod. Look at this. I'm trying to get to, right, 5 million impressions. And you know what happens when you get 5 million? Do you know what happens?
Monetizing?
Yeah, you become a big, you become a big Xer. You become a big Xer. I'm at 1,452. So my target by the end of this competition is to get to 5 million impressions. So here's a little top tip. If you want extra chances to win the tickets and that win the $10,000, bloody hell, whoops, $1,000, not 10,000, be careful, Martyn. If you want to win 1,000 tickets, $1,000 in XRP, right? This is what I want you to do. Here's a little top, is it an inside tip, right? Go on my X, go down and just click like, repost. Just take you 10 seconds, like bloody everything. And then I promise you, over the next days, weeks, going up, I will create those as competition entries. So you can just go collect. You can collect thousands of tickets like that. And it'll be nice because I can give you $1,000 in XRP and I'll be a big professional monetized X account. That'll be exciting. I'm really excited. All right. The ads you're already seeing on my X account, I get paid for. Hey, and guess what? I'll use that money to buy more XRP to give more XRP away. So it's a win-win for you, isn't it, guys? So what I want you to do is go down, like every single post. Just sit there for 10 minutes, go like, repost. Go on forever. Oh, by the way, did you like that? That was you today, Rod. Do you see this? This was your intro. Special guest rising out of the bath. I put here, surprise star guest on the show today, right? Talking and sharing insights, XRP and prediction. And that was the sort of suggested guest. That was you. Like that. You can see the resemblance, can't you? Anyway, it got people curious. They probably thought, bloody hell, who's he got on the show? Some dead bloke. Right. Are you ready with Virgin Galactic, mate? I am. You are. All right. So we're going to talk to our Virgin Galactic audience today, and you're going to get, I'll put that out and link it to your channel later on. So let me back over here, change this. Right. Okay. Let me come back to there. What do I want to do? I want to go to SPCE. SPCE, Virgin Galactic. This is a really exciting stock, if you like. Volatility. Let me line it up and put this in the middle of the screen. Beauty. Get this on over here and let's bring it in, and then I've got to end this and get ready for my concert tonight. So SPCE, right. SPCE. Here we go. We'll come to questions in a second when we wrap this up. So, Virgin Galactic, SPCE stock. I got a star guest on my show. It's part of a 3-part trilogy. I feel like a Greek god. If you know anything about Greekness and godness and mythology, they did lots of trilogies. I know. I used to be in a Greek production thing years ago. Anyway, doesn't matter about that. I'm not really a Greek god. I know some of you thought I knew it. No, I'm not a Greek god. I'm just a guy on the telly. All right, you ready? So here we go. Forget the Greek god thing. I wish I'd never said it now. Someone's going to clip that. Right, anyway, we're talking Virgin Galactic with another Greek god, except he's from Canada. In our trilogy, in our 3-part trilogy, first he was talking about XRP. That would be the tragedy. Then we talk about, no, that wouldn't be, that would be the success. Trilogies are always 3-part. Greek. Doesn't matter. Then he talked about Tillray, and now we're finishing up in space with Virgin Galactic. So would you please put your hands together, give a huge warm welcome, make some noise for the 3rd time. It's like he's just coming on. He's been here all day. It's telly, right? Put your hands together, make some noise. We've got live on the show. It's our star guest. Here he is, the man himself, Rod from Power Group. How are you, Rod, for the 3rd time?
Still doing well.
Still doing
Excited
well.
To jump into SPCE.
SPCE, Virgin Galactic. So we're going to talk about it. Recently, we had a little bit of a mini short squeeze. I don't know if you'd call it a short squeeze or not. You're the man who can tell me all about this one. This is one we've studied for years. Everyone knows I've spoken, interviewed Eric Kearney many times. Would never come on camera. Would never, well, he was camera to me, but never, he didn't want to go public. I don't like that. But anyway, that's how it was. But over the last few days, we had massive price action. We got Delta around the corner. We're going to cover the earnings call. I'll leave you a link to that at the end. In just a few weeks' time, it's going to be a massive night. They're bound to mention Delta. So what's your thoughts on this one? Before I show you the charts, are you in Virgin Galactic?
Still, yes. I'm
still in.
I'm not selling it anytime. I'm holding it for a long term.
Cool. You have a position?
Yeah, it's very small for me. I'm going to be holding it, kind of zero here on this one.
Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know, Rod does a fantastic job. He is a YouTuber. He's got his own channel. We had a little poll earlier. You might want to vote on it. Was he great or rubbish? 80% say he was great. I think it's a bit biased towards him, to be honest. There's his channel. There's his channel. If you want to go and check it out, I shall put the links below and you can check it out. Now, when we started tonight, he was at 9.58 or 57. He's now at 9.6. So he's getting subscribers. He's doing well. 9.6. He's now at 9.61. There we go. Nearly 10,000. We want to get him to 10,000 live on the show. So go and check out Pow Group, and he does a great job. I love it. Not as good as me, but a good job nevertheless. I mean, it speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? Anyway, let's get straight into it. Power Group, let's have him on the show and let's have the chart. So we're going to go over to here. So if you can give me your thoughts, show me the charts on Virgin Galactic, please, Rod.
Sure, I'd be happy to. And when you said in terms of mini short squeeze, are you referring to the squeeze that happened yesterday?
Yes, that was. I thought yesterday was the most dramatic one, actually. We had a couple of ones before that, but I thought yesterday was very interesting.
Right. I would say, yeah, it was a mini. That's probably a good way to phrase it. It would be a mini short squeeze. You can see that the volume was probably triple the average volume here on the 20 volume average, 20-day volume average. You can see it was probably about triple. It wasn't nearly as big as this short squeeze here. As you can see, the volume was absolutely parabolic when we saw that massive short squeeze going from just to around $2 all the way up to $6.64. So, a little devastating to see the stock go that high. And I know there's been a lot of bag holders on this one. So I get a lot of MJ vibes from this chart, actually. PTSD, I guess, from this one for a lot of people. So we had multiple, bear flags. We had multiple bull flags that are confirming now. We have a daily bull flag confirming, so it's nice to see the price go the other way. But when you see a ramp up to $2 to $6, you need to expect a pullback at some point. more than likely going to be 30, 40%. And, you know, in such a short period of time, we actually gave back that entire move. And then we formed a bear flag here. This was probably 3 weeks ago. We confirmed that. We were looking at around a target back down to 247. We didn't quite get there. We hit 273. So we're starting to form these higher lows on the higher level timeframes. And we also had an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross. This confirmed a daily downtrend as well. That was another red flag. We had that bear cross occur, and then we started to flip bullish. We had a bit of an inverse head and shoulders there toward the bottom, which is just a bullish reversal pattern. EMAs started to coil and curl up, and we saw that bull flag confirm as a result of those EMAs crossing bullish. And then you just take your measured move there from the low to the high, and we were targeting roughly 382. And yesterday, we actually closed at 374, so right around that level of interest. But obviously, $4 psychological being a brick wall at the moment. But if we can get above that, we should be smooth sailing up to around $5. We have nothing really until the 50 weekly on our weekly moving averages at 493. So that's looking like a decent target here in the short term. After that, if we can get above that, you can see we haven't closed above the 50 weekly moving average since really all-time highs, it looks like. So we had 1, 2, 3 major times where we rejected from it. Now the fourth time, it gets weaker and weaker the more touches that we do have, right? So at this point, we would want to see at least 2, preferably 3 candle closes above that. And then if so, I think we're off to the races, probably heading back up to around that 15 to 20 buck area in a hurry. In terms of the 200-day moving average, that one's sitting at 463. So there's going to be a lot of resistance just under that $5, right around that $5 mark. And your all-time favorite bullish triple thunder crossover just fired off on it on the 17th. So that was yesterday as well. So what we had happen was the price crossed above the 10-week and the MACD and the stochastic all simultaneously crossing bullish and starting to see some increasing bull volume here as well. Not sure how I feel about it, kind of maintaining this rally. We've got crypto really starting to steal the show, and I guess they have their earnings coming up at the end of the month. So that's a catalyst. You mentioned Delta. That certainly could propel us higher from here. But as we know, we're probably not going to see any meaningful change to their financials until early 2026, right?
Absolutely. Great analysis. Thank you for that. Yeah, but there's been no real reason for the stock to go up because it's just, they're just busy working. We know the interest is there. We know people buying the tickets. They've sold the tickets. So we're just spending money, building out Delta Fleet. I think this could easily go to $100 when it explodes, when we start flying and everything else. So thank you for that great analysis. Just give me your just wrap this up and give me your thoughts. What we might see after the earnings if we had a good response to the call. They say something positive. Where do you think it could go, and where do you see it a year from now? Because a year from now we'll be flying regularly with Delta. Where do you see it going a year from now?
A year from now, I wouldn't be surprised to see us back up around that $40, $50 mark. Somewhere, we're probably not going to get back up to that 200-week moving average. Again, it'll really depend on I can't see any other catalyst other than their sales, right? Which they said would begin in the first quarter of 2026.
Yeah.
So unless we get some early insight into that, it's hard to imagine what would propel it higher unless they make some big partnership announcement. But yeah.
All right, let me come back to comments and questions. I got a number of people saying, I cannot add the numbers that you gave us from the music video. Oh, we're popping up again now. Virgin Galactic has just gone up 7%. We're up $4.01 in the last few seconds. Look at that. Holy moly, here we go again. Wonderful.
Funny, just signed the Genius Act.
What?
I thought it said 2:30.
Yeah, 2:30. I thought that was this afternoon. Yeah.
I just got it must be another signing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says, because he didn't actually say genius. It says big signing at 2:30 in the White House. Congrats to our great Republicans for being able to accomplish this record in such a short period of time. Yeah, I'm sharing it on my screen here.
Yeah. Crypto market tops $4 trillion now. Just had that announcement. But yeah, I don't see anything. Let me see if we've got any coverage. Whoa, Virgin Galactic's up 10%. Oh my gosh. It's going now, 411. Look at that. That's because you mentioned it.
You're
Rod.
welcome. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Nothing on my feeds. I got several places that I look. Nothing there at the minute. So I don't see anything going on. Bloody hell, look at that. Popping
Yeah, it's
right
got to
up.
be something else because it says here that he signed the Genius Act. And that must be Eastern time, so it's only 12:30. So
yeah. So I just want to mention to people in the chat, those of you that are saying I can't enter the competition for the magic numbers. It says you really got to read it. I know people don't like to read stuff, but you really have to read it. If you look here, I'll put it on the screen. Here we go. I'll put it on the screen here. Let me. There we go. It says here, right? If you want to enter the video one is enter here the magic number found in the intro video. You click on it, and it says here. And you can play the video. If you play the video, we actually tell you what to do. But it says enter here only, not in the chat or the comments, the magic number found in this intro video. We give you 3 numbers, one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. So people are going, okay then, 26, 33, and 99. No, there's one more sentence. Add them together. You just got to read it. People never read stuff anymore. It's like, add them together, then post here to win the tickets. Then you go down and you write the number in there. Now, if you get it right, look, if I get it wrong, look what happens. Wrong. That's wrong. So just watch the video, get the numbers, add them together, and bosh. Sorry, try again. Well, I'm not going to try again because I don't want to rig it. I'm not going to put it in. All right, there you go. Try again. Anyway. There it is. Let me wrap up today's show with Rod. Rod wants to get off. I wouldn't go and have a cup of tea. I've got to get ready for a music show tonight. A lot going on. Right, yeah, Virgin Galactic. Flipping heck. Look at this now. What a day this is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen to this, Rod.
414 is the level.
Listen to this, Rod. How about this? So the other day, live on the show, because people sometimes, trolls get upset with me sometimes, going, oh, you pump and dump. Even though I only own the S&P. Now I have XRP to give away as a competition. I just bought some Bitcoin to give away for competition, but I only own the S&P. Oh, you pump and dump stuff. Now you're getting bigger. You can move the market. Well, I thought I would prove that I can't. So what I did, this is mental. I used $140,000 of margin to buy Virgin Galactic live on the show. I was literally shaking because for every cent it moved was $500, and it's very high threshold because it's margin. It's a high risk stock, right? So if it had gone down a few cents, I could have been really in the nuts, right? It was scary. I was shaking because I'm trying to do responsible things, but I did it to demonstrate I can't move it, and nothing happened. Surprisingly enough, $140,000. I had 50,000 shares. The stock didn't even move. And
Did you sell it right away again?
I sold it. I held it for about 4 or 5 minutes, and I was shaking. And I thought, when Leah hears this, you put 140 grand of margin on a stock which could just go down $1 in a second. You'd literally lose like 100 grand, like that. Mm-hmm. So it went up and it went up. I was up about $700 for 1 second, and then I was down 300. I was shaking. I thought, I just wanted to prove to people it doesn't work, right? You can't move it, even with 140 grand. So I took a $300 loss, which is why when people look at this screen here, this is my tally, 38 trades and 37 wins. That was perfect. I had a 100% success rate, never lost money. Everything was great since I rebalanced my portfolio like nearly 2 years ago. But I had to mark it down as a loss because it was a loss. I can't just ignore it just because it was training purposes. And it was bloody horrible. But think about it. I think it was $3.26. Have you got a calculator handy? Go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. So $4.05 minus $3 and I think 26. How many cents is that?
79.
Huh?
79.
79 times 500. That was how much money. 79 cents times so
$395.
Huh?
$395.
No. 79 times 500. So
Yeah,
every cent was $500. So go 79 times 500. That's how much money I would have had.
Yeah, 79 times 500 is $395. Right? Because it's under $1, so 500 times $1 would be 500.
No. 79 times 500.
Oh, 70. I thought you said 79 cents.
No. 79. Every cent was $500. How much money would I have had if I'd stayed into till now?
40 grand.
40 grand.
Just under 39.5. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, but the fear of it was terrifying, so I just couldn't do it. No. But the point was to prove to people that you can't pump a stock by buying 140 grand at a 300 million market cap. If it was a maybe 10 million market cap, maybe, or a million, maybe, but not at 300 million. Anyway, thank you, Rod, for being on the show today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You've been
I actually opened a long.
I can see you doing some. I can see you're doing a bit of trading, aren't you? What are you buying?
So this is a new exchange that I'm looking to partner with. Can you see? I don't think you can see this.
Let me over here. Yeah, what are you doing?
So it's fine. I'll just tell you. So I'm up. I made a trade. I'm currently on a crypto exchange testing it out. I might be doing a partnership with them on the channel. And anyway, they gave me a bit of money to play around with and test it out. And I bought XRP at $3.01 right as we were confirming the daily bull flag. Current price at $3.36. So I'd have been up about 20% at one point yesterday. And I thought about using margin. So kind of the leverage, I guess, would be similar to your margin. They have 500x available.
Oh my God. Don't do that.
Imagine if I would have just did 500x and even 100x, you'd be up.
Yeah, but that goes the other way as well.
Yeah, you'd get liquidated a lot sooner, but I don't think I would have got liquidated. I don't think it went to 298 after I bought it, was the lowest. So I had 3 cents wiggle room. I think my liquidation price, even at 100, probably would have been like 295, maybe something like that. But it's risky doing margin, doing leverage.
It's not. In my opinion, the risk is virtually non-existent when you're using margin to buy the S&P. If you buy undervalue, I don't mean the price. I mean undervalue. I've been doing it for several years, and I've never lost on it. Whatever. I'm not encouraging anyone to do it, but that's real scary stuff. Buying a crypto like that on leverage like that, I would never suggest anyone do that at all.
Yeah, you can lose all your money in like seconds. So. Yeah. It's like taking the most, it's like taking your life savings and going to the casino, putting it all on black, right? It's the highest.
I encourage everyone actually just to buy the S&P. I've gone from 5 grand to $250,000. You've seen me do it. I've done really well by buying the V shape. When I went all in, I had like $250,000 margin on that bottom of that V shape, and I did get the bottom by using tax lots. When you buy on the way down, and as it ticks up, you sell the ones at the top, and you keep the ones at the bottom, and you just keep doing it until you end up with nearly all of your shares at the bottom. I now do that all the time. A few days ago, we had a dip. I bought, used my cash. I had 30 grand. I spent all the cash. Then I started to use margin, and then it just ticked up. Then I sold the one at the top, kept the one at the bottom. So I'm always doing that. And that's how I've managed to get my portfolio to where it is. I don't do any of those leverages things. And I get people all the time message me. The highest one was 30 grand. A crypto project like what you're talking about there. They offered me 30 grand. That 30 grand will sponsor you, blah, 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 blah. I don't do any of it. Nothing wrong with people doing it. And I admire you for doing it, but I won't do it. This show is what we just do not take. We are self-funded, so I don't take sponsorship from anyone other than like the viewers can sponsor the channel, but not a thing. Very high risk. So I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting it out
on companies that I believe in. I won't.
Oh no, I know, but I'm putting it out in the chat because a lot of people get very emotionally attached and follow people and stuff like that. Rod knows what he's doing, folks. He's a very good chart analysis. He's using his money. He's making his decisions. And great entertainment to watch, great information, but just always be very, very careful. If you are going to go all in like that, as Rod, is looking at doing, then Rod knows what he's doing, and he's also doing it with his money. All right, just so you know, I would never do it, but I understand Rod can win big with doing that. And if you watch him, please be careful. And I'm sure Rod would say the same thing. Be careful. Don't follow his trades. I've watched your show, Rod. That's why I'm happy to have you on the show. You don't encourage people to do that. It's very risky. If you just buy the S&P over time, you will provide for your family and do well. I often say to people, what would you rather have, knowing you're going to get to your goal? For me, it's $1 million by the end of the decade. Know you can do that and potentially miss out on much bigger gains, but you will get to $1 million. You'll be happy. You'll be rich enough. You'll be successful enough, and you'll be healthy and happy, and you'll sleep well at night. Or would you rather the chance of making tons of money? And how would you feel if you lost it all? What's the biggest thing? Missing out on what you could have had, or potentially losing everything? I'm happy with what I've got, and always focus on what you do have or not what you don't have. Every day, there's, like Rod just said there, I could have had 39 grand if I'd stayed on Virgin Galactic for a week. I was very confident it was going to go up, but I didn't have to sell it.
Don't know.
No, because that 39 grand, if I had made that 39 grand, would I have sold it, or would I have kept going? So I probably wouldn't have had it. Then if I had sold it, 20% goes to tax man because it's short capital gains. Now it's going to encourage me, oh, bloody hell, that was easy. Now I do it again next time I lose it. Whereas I haven't done that, and my money has grown. And at the end of the day, missing out on money, didn't have it. What's important? What's important is you can see the V shape there on the 1 year. That was that big V shape. And at the end of the day, 5 grand, $250,000, no margin, no stress, no drama. Everything's working out just fine. So just, think about these things before you jump in. Rod knows what he's doing, and he's doing it with his money as well. And he's a very good chart technician. Rod, thanks for being on the show. I'm going to wrap it up with my questions to the members. Is anything you'd like to say to mention your channel before we go? I'll drop it in the chat again.
No, not really. Just thank you very much for having me on, and your audience is always very welcoming. And I know we had a lot of people here from POW supporting, and I see we have a lot of members from POW on your channel members on your. Yeah, we do, and on yours as well. I noticed. Goes both ways, yeah, I noticed. I was like, "What's going on here?" When it first happened, the first day, I think Stacy went in and Sensei. They all became members, and I went, "Does this mean there's less super chats for me? There's only so much money to go around. What's going on here?" I gave him a hard time. I love it. Sensei wants to have me on as well at some point. Yeah, I know. He told me this morning. I'm really excited about that. That'll be great. I look forward to that. Yeah. Looking forward to it. But that'd be the two of you talking bull cross surge thingies. you two will get on like a house on fire. With me, I just go, I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm excited to show them some of the stuff I've been building, and it's been working on it for about 3 years. This POW algo service. Essentially, it's just direct emails to your inbox. You'll get buy and sell signals. Again, I'm not taking your money. You have to hit the buy and sell button yourself. But it's been 3 years in the making, and I use it all the time myself. Yeah. Wow. Finally got it working the way that I wanted to. Wow. It took a while to get all the it took a while to get everything working, but it's hard work pays off. I was doing a lot of it, just kind of looking at the charts, doing it myself. So one of my members said, it's the best way to get access to Rod's brain in an algo. And it's so true, right? It's literally what I do all day. I think all these different tools are so important.
This is why we have our partnership. We call it Synergy on our show. We've got Vaz doing the EvTolls. He is our roving reporter. He's soon in the future, he's going to be going around places. So you're going to see him turning up at Tesla Factory. You're going to see him turning up at air shows. He's got another air show on Sunday. He's going all over the place, meeting people. That's what he does. Sensei does all the technical, the charts, the newsletters, blah, 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 blah. Me, I just make a load of noise and mess around. But what I do is I talk to... best job in the world. I spend my time talking to the actual people that work there. So I talk to the CEOs. I have regular. You did. Congratulations, by the way, having a CEO on the show the other day. Is that right? Did I get that right? Didn't you interview somebody on the show? You interviewed somebody on the show a couple of days ago, didn't you?
Yeah, 3IQ, the
ETF,
CEO of the spot ETF in Canada. They actually worked with Ripple on the so hopefully I'm able to get Ripple on for an interview at some point soon.
Yes,
they worked with Ripple, so
yes,
I'll see what I can do, work my magic there, if I can get a contact for somebody at Ripple and have them on. Who else? I'm looking at Oxley, Hugo Alves will be on the show again soon, more than likely just after their next earnings report. So we'll get another inside look. I think I interviewed him when the stock was at a few pennies and just hit 17 cents the other day. So it's making a big comeback. That's kind of the name of the game too, right? Like you see these stocks that fall back like 80, 90%, like Space, like SPCE, Virgin Galactic, some of these MJ names, even some of the cryptos did it, right? Like Cardano hit, I think it was 1.8 cents in March 2020. And then 18 months later, it was at $3.09. So, you can't have, and I see so many people say all the time, I invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into these, and, you can't help but feel for these people, but you don't need to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into some of these, like you shouldn't, right? Unless your net worth is 10 to 20 times higher than what you're putting in. But, if you're buying these, just imagine buying Oxy at a penny or 2 pennies. And it goes back up to a dollar, like it was at $3 or $4.
Yeah,
if it goes to $1, that's 100x, right?
Yeah.
So how many thousands of dollars would you have to invest to make life-changing wealth? So for me, I like having those setups where it's like, okay, I'm putting in 1,000, or I don't disclose how much I bought of it, but let's say I put in 1,000 and it goes back to $2, right? And I bought it at a penny. I had some buys at a penny. Well, I sleep well at night because I know that the most I can lose is 1,000. But like putting in, $140,000 into SPCE, like that would be just insane. Like you'd never be able to hold it long enough to really, like, you get to a couple $1,000s in a few seconds and be like, oh, well, I got to sell, right? And then you quite often sell too early. And I think it's just as important to know when to sell as to when to buy. So limit your risk for sure, and then also have a plan, right? Have your exit kind of scaling out. Are you going to scale out in different orders? Are you going to wait for a certain catalyst or time frame, some sort of event? I think it's very important to understand when to sell as well, because so many people are like, even XRP the other day, it's getting close to $4, and people are saying, are you going to sell any at 4? Should I sell any at 4? And when you're making those decisions on the fly, it's never a good recipe, right? You're gonna get emotional, and then you're gonna see it go to $5. You're gonna rebuy it at 5, and it's gonna crash back down to 4. So it's
my thoughts on what you just said there is, though, and we talk about it on the show a lot. You've mentioned really there the price, the price, 1 cent. Imagine if it goes to this. I get it, and I can do, easy to the maths, 100x and all the rest of it. That doesn't work for me though, because I'm looking at the value. I don't care about the price at all.
Yeah. Well, that's what
what's the value of the business? What is, and you can't do that on a crypto, can you? You can't go XRP is worth.
You can look at X. Yeah, you can look at like on-chain metrics and.
But you don't know what the business is going to worth, do you? There's no measure of that.
No, there's some stocks that are making money on on crypto. Like you can maybe look at like an ATM business and see like how much money they're making on ATM machines that sell Bitcoin, and that'll tell you whether or not there's some intrinsic value there.
Yeah.
Or like some sort of trend.
But the native coin, there's no way.
Yeah. No, it's basically just network effects and Metcalfe law, just factoring in.
It goes up when people buy it. It's no more than a pocket. That's it.
It's a Ponzi scheme for sure.
Well,
But then if you can factor in utility, right? Like for me, XRP, like I was in my first purchase was Bitcoin, just like everybody. I found Bitcoin. I looked into Ethereum, and then I was like, oh, what's this XRP thing? And then for me, it was the utility that got me excited about XRP. It wasn't some YouTuber or somebody on X or whatever that got me excited. It was, hey, I want to send money somewhere for something. And Bitcoin was supposed to be the peer-to-peer cash system, payment system, but it's not working. It's taking, like, I remember sending thousands of dollars on Bitcoin and it not getting there for hours. And it was just like, imagine the space stress, right? The SPCE stress. Now imagine sending thousands of dollars in Bitcoin and then it just be lost in cyberspace for 2 hours and you don't know if it got there. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, thank God, it could one confirmation. And then you have to wait for like a few more confirmations before you can even use it and spend, crazy high fees. XRP, I sent 5 figures. Actually, no, it was 6 figures. I sent 6 figures in XRP the other day, like switching it around because some of these wallets are going anyway. Long story short, I had to move it off of one wallet onto another cold wallet, and the fee was 0.00001 XRP. It didn't even equate to 1 cent. The fee was $0.00, and you're sending 6 figures, and it was there in 3 seconds. Like there's no.
That's right. There is that makes like people like Brian Moynihan, the CEO of Bank of America, salivate. You think we can use this?
Well, it also makes
money.
them scared because that's how. If you look at all the bank earnings that just came out this week, guess what? All of their earnings beat were based on trading revenue, right? So they're also scared because eventually all these stocks are going to be tokenized. They're probably going to trade on an efficient ledger, like any kind of one of these tokenized options, like XLM, XRP, HBAR, whatever, and the cost to settle is going to be, it's no longer going to be $10 a trade. It's going to be like fraction of a penny, right? So they have to figure out how they're going to basically account for that loss of revenue. And I think a lot of it will just be like, not so much trading fees. Most of it's going to be management, right? They're going to take people's money and manage it for them. And then they'll buy the crypto. And then they'll also tokenize their stock, and then it'll make it more accessible to the world. So
I think it's all about volume as well. And this is something that we talk about a lot. Robinhood, right? We've made it really easy to buy and sell, right?
Yeah. And even private equity now is getting
going to be tokenized, awesome. Right? So and they have the sweepstakes of all these little things they do, right? But the point is, what Robinhood's business, other than the managed, they're giving you financial advice because that's what they do. But the day-to-day business of Robinhood, it's not about you winning or losing or getting information. It's about using the services. Every time you trade, they make money. They don't care whether you made money on the trade, you lost money on the trade, as long as you trade. And as it goes more and more efficient, like you spoke about with crypto, with tokens and private equities, blah blah blah, and then all the other things, the sweepstakes and this and that and the other. It's encouraging people, and then they'll probably have AI where the bot will come in 50 times a day, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. Right? I mean, you won't even know it. I bet that will come. You'll have a setting where you can go buy at the best price all day long. The point then is they're making money. The brokerage was never set up as a help you get rich. We're not a charity. We're a business. We don't care whether you make money or not. I don't mean that personally. I'm sure they want you to make money. But at the end of the day, we want you to use the service. And I think more and more of this stuff will come in where we're constantly just trading all the time. And I always think in business, if you're doing something that it's better for it's bad for them, it's better for you. Right? So don't be trading every 5 minutes. Just buy when there's overselling, not the price, but when it's oversold. And I don't mean the RSI. I'm on about proper undervalue, like at 17 times earnings, which is where I went all at the
fundamental. Yeah.
That was a really good buy. And then that's it. Don't have to do anything. And you can see I had a 70 grand swing within 2 weeks from top to bottom. I mean, ridiculous. Just by buying with conviction. Not dollar cost averaging. I always talk about that. When Buffett said about it, he was simplifying it for people that are passive investors that just go to work and every month their 401k, they dollar cost average is what you're doing, right? But we've proved it on the show. We've used science, we've used technology, we've used history to show you dollar cost averaging works not because it works because the stock went up. And that's a consequence of you doing it. So you go, well, my strategy worked. It didn't. It's because the markets went up, so that was the result. Yeah. But would you have done better if you just bought the bottom when it all oversold? Way better than just buying $10 every week.
Yeah, it's weird because I was going to with the Oxley, you mentioned price, and just because something's at a penny doesn't mean you should look and say, hey, it was once here,
I can buy
at a penny,
millions, let's buy it.
There. Yeah. But if you most people won't put in the work, right? They won't put in the research. So, and like you said, when the stock's going up, that's when people get interested. But usually by then the good news is out, and they weren't able to buy the bottom because they were waiting for some sort of good news to happen. And as we know, it usually front runs the news. For example, Oxley. I was interviewing their CEO, right? I was getting information. I've tried all their products. They had #1 selling flour in Canada. I haven't consumed any.
Look at you with all the products. Did they send you all the products?
No.
You went out and bought them?
These are they sent me a couple, but these are a lot that I purchased myself. And
love it.
I'm going to the store and I'm asking, what's your #1 seller? And they're like, oh, it's Liquid Imagination from Back 40, and I'm looking at the little cigarette style ones that they have, and these are our best selling pre-rolls, and I'm boots on the ground,
proper old school. I love it, Rod. I love it. That's how you do it.
Yeah, and it's at a penny or two, and I'm thinking, well, there's a going concern on their MD&A, and I asked the CEO about it, and they're getting British American Tobacco. It has that's Organigram, Imperial Brands invested in Oxley. And just a few days ago, they actually removed their going concern. But which basically means they're not sure on their ability to operate, right? So that's not a great look. But if you bought after that news came out, it hit 15 cents yesterday and 17 cents the day before on that news. So wouldn't you rather buy it at a penny and do all this work and research when it was undervalued then, knowing that we were probably getting to that point? Or if you wait until the going concern's removed, well, now you have to buy 1,500% higher. And then it dropped 30% right after that news. So I guess the moral of the story is most people don't want to put in the work when the work is necessary. Right?
That's it.
And they want to wait for it to be handed to them on a silver platter. And, I know you probably don't have a whole lot of MJ followers over here, but I've never seen a space. Yeah. Maybe Tillray, but I've never seen a space. So I know a lot of people that like Tillray are in the US and they've never tried Tillray products. Isn't that just the weirdest thing?
Totally agree with you.
Could you imagine buying a stock and never trying any of their products? Just float that by Warren Buffett for a moment.
Oh, not a chance. Why do you think he's got Coca-Cola on his desk when he presents his annual summits, his annual presentations to the shareholders?
I mean, absolutely. I'm not saying bad. I'm just saying wait until you try Tillray products. Then you'll be like, oh my God, I really love Tillray. but it's just weird to me that, and it happens vice versa too. There's tons of people in Canada who throw hundreds of thousands of dollars into these US companies. I'm like, name me one brand. They can't. Name me one product that you tried. Can't. Right. And it's the weirdest. I guess that's happening a lot now too, with other sectors, especially the electric vehicle. A lot of people were buying Lucid and, all these other companies that didn't even have, they had prototypes, right? They didn't even have a working product. But even Tesla, if I was to put hundreds of thousands of dollars in, a couple $1,000, okay, fine. But if you're putting in $100,000 into a stock, you best have went to Tesla, looked at the factory, test drove 3 or 4 of them.
You'd think, mate, wouldn't you? This is great
the cost
information.
To go there is only a couple $1,000.
This is great information. I know a lot of people are going to get a lot out of this. This is really it, guys. This is when it comes down to it. This is what it's all about. Would you buy a car $40,000, or would you buy a house for $200,000 or $1 million that you've never even looked at. You haven't got a clue what it is. You're just going to give someone $1 million and go, give me a house. Where is it? I don't know. Was it?
Test driving's free last time I checked.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this is really golden stuff. This is what we talk about on the show. If you could only invest in a handful of things in your entire life, you couldn't just sit on your phone, on the toilet, on your app going, buy, sell, buy, sell. It doesn't even matter. Right? It's not even real money to you. It is real money. If you had a big bag of cash on your back, right? And you're walking around going, who am I going to give this money to? Because that's what you're doing. You're getting your pot of cash and you're going, you know, Rod, I invest in you. I believe in you. There's my $1 million. Thank you very much indeed. If I'm going to give Rod $1 million today, the first thing I'm going to do is check his history. Is he got good credit? Has he ever been a naughty boy? Has he been to prison? Is he a bad bloke? Where does he live? What's his address? What's he going to do with my money? What's the track record? What's his plan?
Collateral.
Huh?
I want some collateral.
Exactly, right? But you don't do that. You'll just go, well, Tester's good, isn't it? Someone says on YouTube, sounds good. And you just give Elon Musk your money. You don't even know what he's going to do with it. No, this is great. I love that. You got all those products under the desk there. You know what you're doing. That's exactly right. Yep. Exactly right. Brilliant. So when I talk about a can of Coke worth $1, right? If it's $1, you know what the business is worth. You can work out how many they sell, what their profit is, when they're buying sugar, looking at the future prices. So you're looking at sugar prices, blah, 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 blah. You're considering inflation and all these other things. And you can calculate the value of Coca-Cola really well. And you can go, I can buy that and I can own that for life. I want to own the business. And remember, owning the business is better than working at the business. If you work at the business, you're paid as an employee. And the fact I've always thought this is an interesting fact. Listen to this, Rod. You like this one. If you are working for somebody else, if someone employs you and pays you money to do a service, by the very definition, you're underpaid and undervalued. Do you know what I mean by that? Because they have to make money out of you. They're not going to pay you what you're worth to them, because otherwise they're just giving them you work for them for $10 and they get 20 out of you. So you never get what you're worth. If you work for yourself, you get what you're worth. If someone rings me up tomorrow and says, Martyn, can you play in my house again like I done Cuban and Jerry Jones, whatever? And I don't do it anymore because I'm on YouTube. So they go, no, we really want you. I say, well, I don't do it. And they say, well, you normally charge $5,000. That was my fee. And then I go, well, if you want me now, it's 10. Now I'm worth whatever I want to say I'm worth. If I want 10 grand, I say I'm 10 grand. They'll probably go, bugger off, mate. We can bloody hire somebody really good for that. But go and get them then. That's my price. That's what I am worth to me. And that's it. Whereas when you work for somebody else, they have to make money out of you existing. Otherwise, there's no job. Yeah. Right. So,
yeah, it's pretty evident, especially in like a contract. If you look at a contract where you're subcontracted to somebody, that's the best example, because you know what you make as a salary. And then if you have access, most people don't have access to the contract, but in my old job I did. And they were charging, I could see what they were charging the client for me and I knew what my salary was for the annual salary. So it was like, this is crazy. You know?
But they're not going to go to the trouble of hiring you and interviewing you and being responsible for you and insuring you and training you if there's not going to make them any money. What's the point? I just do it myself, you know. But,
it is what it is, yeah.
It's how the world works.
You mentioned something real quick here too, like anybody can grow, and while we're on the topic, like anybody can grow, anybody can make, sugar, anybody can get involved in the sugar business. It's making it into something special like Coca-Cola, and then getting into these markets and having, the penetration around the world. And that's what's happening with, if you look like a Tillray, they do have really good products and from like every category, but they're making it into something special, and they have the distribution. That's the main thing. They have everything ready to go. When I interviewed Erwin Simon, the CEO, he said,
congratulations. I saw that.
Thank you. Yeah. And he said in 60 to 90 days, we could be in the medical market in the US if it was permissible. If they allowed MJ infused beverages, we could be in that market in 60, 90 days and essentially service the entire country. Which, there's tons of other companies that, they're growing good flower or something like that, right? And it's just, anybody can do that. You have to make it into something special. You have to have some sort of competitive advantage, right? A moat, or the distribution, the global presence, because once they flip the switch, right? Once the global reset happens and this is no longer viewed as, the devil's lettuce, it's going to erupt, and it's not going to be the ones that grow good flower. It's going to be the ones that have the connections, the distribution, and who made it into something special that are going to give people an experience, not just. There's another
great. What you're saying now. There's another great, lessons to be learned there. Don't take these things for granted either. I think Elon Musk talks about it a lot. It's one thing to design something, which I couldn't do. You couldn't probably design an electric car, but it's another thing to build factories around the world and build the supply lines and actually ramp it up and make it work. Everybody wants to do it. I remember when I had my show one night in Vegas.
I would never want to do that.
Can you imagine
thanks.
work?
That's just on another level. I wouldn't want to have to deal. Yeah, like I don't even want to start my own trading bot, so I certainly don't want to deal with manufacturers and the liability of a.
My God.
Oh, man.
It's so there's when you talk about a great business, it's the people that you buy in. It's not this magic product, whether it's Coca-Cola or Tillray brands, whatever it is. The product has to be made by people, and then people have to motivate those people to do those things. And the CEO is who you're investing in. This is where the question is like Tesla, Elon Musk, what's going on? It's up, down. Is he going to be, what's going to go on there? But you really do trust that person with your money, and you gotta know what you're buying and know who you're investing in, because they're making decisions that change everything. And
and who invests in them too, right? Like, if you look at what happened with Congress and the whole way that they basically favored Tesla, and you looked into all the congressmen and women, they all own Tesla. They're getting the SEC sued Tesla as well, just like they sued Ripple, and usually it's a vetting process, and it's. Well,
you've just touched on why it's so wonderful to own an ETF, because no matter how clever you are. No matter whether you've got Sensei doing your charts, you've got Rod doing your charts, me calling up the people who work there, all this still can go against you, because something out external, on the bigger scale, a global macro condition like a war in whatever, we threaten supply lines or price rises of oil or whatever it might be, is one thing. No one can predict or control that. Or there's individual things, like you just said there, a government favors a different car maker. Like Ford always gets subsidies and protection. That if it wasn't for the government's support of Ford would have gone bankrupt years ago. It's like Rolls-Royce; it constantly gets supported by the British government. Ford's the same. If it was on its own, it would have died years ago. But you can't control these things. And if you've got an economy, like for me, I like to buy the S&P, right? So I've got the American economy where most of the best businesses live.
It's a measuring stick for the economy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And if Tesla fail, there's another company ready to take the business. So as an S&P holder, you lose on this one and gain on the other one. Whereas if you only own this one and they go bust for no reason other than Donald Trump says, I don't like Tesla anymore, and everyone goes, I don't want to buy a Tesla anymore. Bloody hell, you'd stock tanks, or with rescheduling, the government say, yep, Tillray's in, it's our favorite thing, and they sign the thing and boom. Or they go the other way and go, we're never going to have this ever. Whereas if you own the economy, you're okay. Eh?
I said, then they hate the American people. And I think there was a poll out the other day, 90% of Americans want it legalized at some form. So, from a medicinal perspective. And,
No, responsible. I get it. Yeah.
Can't stand it.
Great conversation today. Learned lots. This is what it's all about. Focusing on value, learning what you own. Take the time to learn it. This is brilliant. Thank you, Rod, for being on the show. It's been a very, very long show. It's 11:15. I've been live like 5-6 hours. I'm going to get off. I've got to get ready for the music show tonight. For everybody, please carry on taking part in the competition. I'll be adding the music one for tonight later on, so there'll be magic numbers in tonight's show. So join me on that if you want to get some tickets. Final thoughts from you. I'd like to leave everybody with their final thoughts. So it's you talking to the audience, and before I let you go, final thoughts, Rod.
I would say just develop a plan, because now's the time where we're entering that part of the market where it's getting frothy. Just have a plan. Have a plan for, what you're going to do if price hits a certain level. Are you going to beat yourself up if you didn't take any profits? That's the time of the market, I think, where we're in, and there's going to be another pullback. There always will be, and the market right now, it's getting, especially crypto. I know it's exciting, but let's kind of keep even keel. I mentioned that to a lot of my followers yesterday. You can see the excitement in everybody's voice, but you want to try to dial it back, keep it a nice balance, and keep your wits about you and have a plan, because now's the time where they're going to try to turn everybody into a bull and never sell. And if you're here, if you're in XRP, the whole point was to make a profit and to make your life better and your family's lives better. So if you don't sell, none of that will ever come about. And if you do sell, don't beat yourself up if you didn't time the top. Nobody can time the bottom or the top. We just have to have a plan and be prepared to execute. Focus on what you do have and how lucky you are to make a profit, that you were able to access a service that millions and millions, billions actually don't have access to. We are extremely fortunate to be able to do this and just with a click of a mouse, buy something, 10 minutes later, sell it for a profit. There are people in the world who don't have the access to that, and they don't have any money, and they're struggling, and they've got no way of getting this free money. So be very thankful. And I was talking to a big guy on X last night with, 1 million followers, and he was saying something about, he was really upset he sold XRP too early, and he could have made millions more. Bless you. Dave Portnoy?
Yeah. Oh, that's him. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody told him not to, or somebody told him to sell XRP because Circle was going to compete with.
That's it. And he sold, and he's now upset. But the thing is, he needs. Yeah.
You did something because someone told you?
Yeah, I know. I'm amazed. It just shows you, and that's really important. People with hundreds of thousands, millions of followers, people think this guy must know. He must know. He's got his finger on the button. He's got 1 million followers. Let me tell you, folks, I have earned my 100,000 nearly subscribers, and Rod has earned his 9,000. I'm live all day, every day. I could get to 100,000 tomorrow if I started doing some crazy, silly prediction nonsense. All sorts. I could take money from a crypto project that wants to give me 30 grand. I could then buy subscribers. I could do ads on my show. There's all sorts of stuff I could do to get me, and it'd be rubbish. I wouldn't do it. It's just empty nonsense. No. So people like this guy, I actually commented to him and said, you shouldn't be upset about that, mate. You've done really well. You've made loads of money. It sounds like you made a ton of money anyway from doing nothing. Let's be honest. You didn't get up in the morning and dig a trench and build roads. You had some money, which you may not have inherited. You may have worked for it. I don't know. And you went buy on a mouse. A few months later, you went sell, and I've made $1 million, and you're upset you didn't make another $1 million. Who the hell cares? You made $1 million. You're richer than you need to be. You got money. You'll never have to worry about it again. Focus on what you do have. Don't worry about the neighbor who's got a bigger car than you. And I tell you, living around where I live, there are people with massive houses with nothing in them. They want to look like they're rich to the neighbors, but they can't afford to put a sofa inside their house because they put all their money into this house they can't afford. Live a good life. As long as you got someone who loves you, you got some friends, you got some food in your belly, and you're kept relatively safe, relatively warm, relatively cool, got a bit of water, you get some sleep at night. It's only stuff. It don't matter. As long as you pay your bills, that's what this show's about. And Rod, thank you. You're always a great pleasure to have on the show. Thank you so much. Love to your family and everyone. And I'm so glad we never touched on the details, but I'm glad that you are much better. You went through a tough time. Good on you, mate.
Yeah, my daughter had what's called hand, foot, mouth yesterday. So we had to take her out of daycare. And so she's doing better. And yeah, we're all doing better. So it's it's a good time in my family, and yeah, it's a good time to be an XRP investor. And it's a long time coming, and you know, at the end of the day,
good time to be alive, mate.
We do hit the buy button. We don't do a whole lot, but you know, I know a lot of us in the XRP community had to go, like especially the XRP community, we had to go through the ringer the most. If you look at the Bitcoin marketing machine, and you know, the Bitcoin maxis always attacking XRP, nobody deserves it more than the XRP holders. As
the Chinese say, may we live in interesting times. And we're living in interesting times. Things that have never happened are happening, and we can experience it and live it. So enjoy every minute, because you know what? When you're dead for a bloody long time. Rod, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you, my man.
There you go. Great. I love Rod. He's such a great guest. Love him to bits. Wonderful chap. And we wish him all the very, very best. That was absolutely terrific. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope you've all subscribed to Rod's channel. He's at he was at 9,000. He was at 9,050 something. He's now 9,610. Let's refresh it again. 610, 620. Bloody hell! He's gained loads today. I don't know how many he's gained. He's gained a lot anyway. That's absolutely awesome. Right, I'm going to wrap this up. I've got to get going. It's our big concert tonight. Our XRP. Concert, more tickets giving away. Let me go for it. So what I'll do now is I don't want anyone to have been left behind. No one gets left behind. No one gets forgotten. Everyone's on the show. So what we're going to do is switch to members only and ask you to repeat your comment or question. So if you had a comment or question that I didn't get to see, please repeat it now, and I can. We are in members only mode. Oh, okay. We'll be members only mode for a second, and then I'll go general subscribers. So let's have a look. Just repeat your comments. Hold in. Either at the bottom of the page or right there, it says 18 ways to enter the top of the entries. You can also log in with email. That's right. It was nice when I transferred all my crypto into my ledger out of my CoinDesk. I play with instant and basically free. I missed something. Did you just say you did the transaction on chain, invest in work? MJ hate my husband as he died, couldn't get it, so I grew it. I reduced all his cancer symptoms. Wonderful. Space going to break up now. Let's have a look. Yeah, Virgin Galactic now up 7%, $4.02. Looking nice. When you only have a little money to do the best, less than 2,500, there's only a few things you can buy, but it's very hard to grow basically nothing when you don't have a lot. I started with $5,000. I left home with nothing. No one ever gave me any money. Lunch be back later. Thank you, Kimberly. I already tried with YouTube also. I finally made it with email. Thank you for your help. Awesome. Thank you for the members who've been helping everybody. I wish I could remember my question. Thanks, Rod. Thanks all for having me. Okay, let me open it up now to general subscribers, and then we wrap this up. There we go. Subscribers. There you go. Okay. There's the XRP concert at the top. Lee, has the aircon gone off? No? Okay. Just felt very hot in here. Anyway. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to see you all later. This is the, shall we look at the final vote for Rod? Did he do a good job, or was he rubbish? Did he do a good job, or was he rubbish? 54 votes. 80% loved him. 65%. No, he's got... Good. I like a bit of balance there. 22% Rod. Rubbish. That's good. That's good. I'm glad about that. I am glad that a little bit of rubbish came in. So it flipping well should as well. It was getting a bit silly. It was all just good. Yes, there we go. Anyway, let's refresh the screen. This is for the show tonight. This is where you're going to go in a minute. And we're going to take you to the extra channel, but tonight at 4 p.m., we're going to give more tickets away in this show. And you want to make sure that you are tuned in for that. All right, that's it from me. I'm going to wrap this up. And how many are watching? 327. Wonderful. So we are in subscriber only mode now. I think we are in subscriber only mode, because what we'll do now is we'll do day trader of the day. I'm going to get out of here. Subscribers only mode. Yes, anyone can message. Yes. Okay, so here we go. It's time for day trader of the day. Who wins? Who's up? Who's down? Right, let's put the alerts back on the screen. I had them off because of our guest on the show. So let's get into it. A great show, a good interview, guests with a real person. Absolutely right. We're all real. Everybody's real, really. They just pretend not to be for their own nonsense, but everybody's real, really. Even bad people are real. They have to be real, don't they, really? We all live and breathe, even if you don't admit it. Right, let's do day trader of the day. So I'm down 0.16. I'm all out of margin now. Thank you very much indeed. Waiting for the carry trade and the 1st of August when everything comes crashing down to buy more. Down 0.16%. There's my score. Let's find out who the winner of day trader of the day is. Let me just do that again. That was a bit quiet. Shadooby, shadooby dooby, time to end the show. It's time for the stars of the show to see who subscribed or didn't, whether they became a member or gave me a super chat. Oh yeah, oh yes it is. Here we go. Roll the credits, stars of the show. Shadoo, shadooby doo woo. I'm down, up 20%, Justin Duke. Bloody hell, legend. Right, here we go. New subscribers, Epi, CR, Tassin, Migs, DM. I can't pronounce that next one. Kevin Swag, wish I could. Boxer, Aziel, Pal Group. Pal subscribed? And he unsubscribed to me? What's going on here? What's going on? He comes on the show. Members, Charlotte May Wedding, David Gray, Samuel Wright, Chip. Look at all these new members. Flip, we got over 2,000 now. Crow Hippie, Ben, Ian Motto, Ray, Rebecca Stevens. Super chats from Iberian Wolf, Josh Monroe, Samuel Wright, GoDB and RC. I love it, love it, love it. It's now time to start buying back when things go lower and use my tax lots again. So there are our new subscribers. Bloody marvellous. Thank you so much indeed to all of you. Up 3.67. Up 3.46. Justin Duke up 20%. Is that your overall portfolio though, not just one stock? Overall portfolio up 3.67, up 12%. Bloody hell, what's going on here? Up 3.19, up 17%. Lots of rich people here today. A lot richer than me. You should be doing your own YouTube channel. What's going on here? So it looks like a lot of people have made so much money. Justin Duke, you're the winner. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Thank you for your honest trades. Always tell the truth. There you go. Give them a thumbs up. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. That's it from me. Time to get out of here. It's going to take you now to the extra channel. Join me as we replay what you missed this morning with live chat. It's a different channel. It's members only over there. It's 99 cents to become a member. That way you can chat with everybody 24/7. We have a membership so no one can mess it up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Start talking rubbish when I'm asleep. All right, that's it from me. I'm out of here. What a great day. Shit doobie, 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 do, yeah, all right. That's it from me. So what's going to happen now? Well, if you want another chance to win more tickets to our $1,000 giveaway, let me have a look. How many tickets have we given away now? This is not how many people. This is how many tickets. 10,000 tickets. Some people might have 1,000 by themselves. 10,551. 22,000 tickets now. Now, that doesn't mean there's 22,000 people. Some people might have 2,000 or 3,000 tickets if they've done everything. So there's lots you can do to win. Now, we will add you the daily one every day as well. So there's the daily bonus, and there'll be new ones later. So in a minute, this event here, the music event, I am going to create tickets for this. I'm going to do a magic number. Yes, I am. I'm going to do a magic number. I will give you at the beginning, the middle, and the end of tonight's concert. And if you tune in as we celebrate XRP all-time highs, we're going to give away some tickets. So that will be in the competition page. It's not there yet. Keep looking back and you'll see new ones pop up. So it's good ideas just to watch. Now, a top tip, a real top tip, if you want to get tickets really, really easy, go to my X, scroll down, just go down the list. Take 5-10 minutes. You go like, repost. And then when you go to the competition page, as those ones come up, you just go collect, and you'll collect all those. That's how you get it. Most people won't bother. Most people are lazy. And you can see who I'm following. I'm following Sensei and Vaz. You can do the same thing for them. The more you do, the more you got a chance to win. It's entirely up to you. All right, that's it from me. I'm out of here. Thank you very much indeed. Have a wonderful afternoon. I will see you back for the concert tonight. No closing bell tonight. Doesn't seem to need to be a point. I've been live all day. So the music concert tonight, celebrating XRP, giving away tickets. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful evening. And that's it from me. I think we've done everything. All right, I'm out of here. Join me now on the extra channel. We might drop some tickets in there. The more you engage, the more you know what's going on, the more chance you're likely to win. It's for people that aren't lazy. Essentially, the winner is going to be somebody who's not lazy. And it could be $2,000 now, as our Peter said he will match it. So it could be even $2,000, but it's 1,000 is the official title. That's it from me. Take care of yourselves and each other.